volume's kind of low. Is that better? I know people like I need to fix this thing because I don't know why it's so low. I probably changed some setting in it. It's better. I know it's better when I hold it up. I can put my mic, but if I use my other thing, hello Jesse, how you doing? Yeah, I have no problem holding it. I changed my lighting today. It is better when I do this. I have the other mic up here, but I tend to prefer this Rode mic. It just sounds much better. Yeah, how about right here? If it's right here, it's okay, right? It's still okay right here for you guys? The audio is hitting pretty good right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's hitting good. Hey, Lisa, what's up? Okay, good. Because then otherwise I'm like this, you know? I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I had my mic the other night. I'll find the handle. That way it's easier to hold. So, welcome in. If you guys don't know me and this is your first time and you're just like scrolling through or strolling, my name is Dee. I go by D Archivist. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. So, I've been streaming live every single day on Whatnot since June 1st, 2024. That's 677 days in a row on Whatnot every day. So I do a mixture. My buy it now is fully stocked. There's over 900 items. I always accept offers, so feel free if you see something, make an offer. There's some flash sales running, and I'm super consistent. I may not be super consistent selling, but I try different things, you know. And I'm shooting for. So the original goal was 365 days every single day for a year. And I went through a lot of really hard things, probably the hardest things of my life, but I kept going. I didn't give up. I was late probably, I don't know, maybe I'll just say a dozen times. But when I say late, like, 10, 20 minutes, or I moved my show up at the last minute. But I just kept doing it. So you can do anything you want. You set your mind to it. You really can accomplish anything. The only thing that gets in your way is yourself. It's so true. So I decided on the 365 project that I wanted to go to 1,000 days. I don't know why. It just kind of happened. And like, I believe in myself. I'm pretty confident, but I still am like anybody else. Like, I struggle too, you know? Yeah, you get, do you remember that? Yeah, I just trying something different. And, it really helps your business, but you kind of have to figure out what works for you best. And I really love Whatnot. I honestly really, really love Whatnot. I've been on the app for 4 years. I'm as a viewer, buyer, actually over 4, but, like, got my own account because I just wasn't sure about it, to be honest. And, yeah, I definitely have some kinda drive. I don't know where I'm driving yet. I actually do know where I'm driving to, in literal sense, and I'm gonna just keep going, and maybe my foot goes real I'm a lead foot, right, on some things, and some things I try. I tried so many different things on the app. I tried different categories. I tried to selling different things. But when I originally started, I sold vintage decor. It was like literally my favorite thing. It has been absolutely. So in that, yes, I love the Whatnot community. I met so many amazing people on here, and it's kind of interesting because, we all struggle. We all go through things, and like during this time, even starting on here, I met people with like minds that were like go getters, ambitious, really strong. And I made friends with them. And it's really good to surround yourself with like people that are super positive. I mean, life's hard. So you try to uplift each other, right? And I found some really great people on here. And I know I'll find more people like that, you know? So people come on Whatnot and they think, oh my gosh, this community, it's clicky, it's high school. Sure, in some situations it is, but like you want to like meet people that like, okay, you go to their show and you can support them and they're not going to always come and support you because life, kids, family, and but the support system on here is unlike any other I've ever seen. You've got your family that they don't understand it, maybe your spouses, your boyfriends or girlfriends, they don't understand, but there's this thing, this dopamine hit that we all get that's like crazy. And the support here, like I've heard this multiple times over the years, like it's like an unjudged community. I mean, there are people that are going to judge you. So what? Let them. Who cares? Hey, bunny, honey, how you doing? Just let them. Who cares? I literally have. I talk about this all the time. Yeah. So if you're coming in, I'm just kind of telling a little bit backstory, but you literally just have to believe in yourself, and just even if it's hard and you cry and you break fingernails and you cut your hands, you do it all over again. You do it all over again. But the key to whatnot is there is a formula. Yeah, let them. Who cares? Always be selling. So you go live and you talk, and it's super awkward. Okay, it's so weird. Like hold my phone and be like, "Hi, welcome in," and you're not on camera. It's very weird. What up, Lady Vamp? How you doing? You just do it. You just do it, and every time you like, everybody overthinks and welcome in, Sweet P76. Thank you for the raid. Woo woo woo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're having a little community insomniac talk here on the whatnot. My name's Dee. I hope you had a really great show, and I appreciate you coming in and choosing to bring all your friends and sharing your love here. So let us know what you sell, when your next show is, and what you'll be selling. Isn't the squirrel cute? So I run OBS. But anyway, the moral of the story is it's your life. Jump in, get your feet wet, your whole head, whatever. And if you screw up, so what? You better learn to laugh at yourself real quick on this app. Perfume and everything? Oh, nice. I love it. You have a master's degree in overthinking? I used to. I don't even care no more. It's weird. I used to overthink everything. Do they like me? You know, all that crap. Now I'm like, they're not even thinking about me. They don't even care. They're trying to figure out themselves, you know, and sometimes I come in here and I have people that are like, "What are you selling? What are you selling?" I don't know. Does it look like I'm selling? It's like, I'm just being silly. Yeah, and they just want some attention. What's up, Andy? How you doing? But going back, I did the 365, the 1000, and now here we are. I don't know if it's three-quarters of the way. But you guys got to figure it out, and you will, and don't overthink. I know it's easier said than done, but like that go live button, I realized this a couple years ago that people I think people are taught that they have to be perfect. Welcome in, friends. You have to, Wayward. You absolutely, it's so hard. Like, I can't tell you, oh, you better not care what people think. I think we're taught that. And from having conversations with like multiple people, I have friends, it's like therapists and stuff like that. What up, girlfriend? How you doing, Kayfaye? No, you can post them in a minute. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you guys can ask me questions for sure. I'm just kind of talking. But look, the biggest thing is you could go to all the sellers on here that have chat shows, and you can get all this valuable information. Some people are going to give you information that's correct. Some people are going to give you wrong information. And it may not be wrong, like in the sense of intention. Some will, but they're going to give you their version. Don't go to those people. Pay attention to it. What's up, Aussie? How are you, my friend? Um, don't, I'm telling you, as a new seller, there's sellers that give shipping advice that tell you don't weigh anything, don't have a scale, just run everything at this weight class. And I find that can hurt new sellers because they don't have the experience yet. So I highly recommend you use Whatnot only. Yeah, it drives me crazy because I have had, I don't know, at least 100 sellers message me through Whatnot and just say, D, I got the shipping advice, I followed it, and I had to pay like $75. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but that's not correct shipping when you start out. That's why I always tell people weigh every item, list it like you would list on any platform, and put it in your auction tab and like almost like curate your show. And you don't have to have 100 items. Have like 12 to 50 items in your first show. Be able to have them within arm's reach. Be organized. So when it sells, put it in the right weight class. Pretend Imagine in your head that you're going to ship that one item and you're going to only have one buyer for it. If they buy more, it auto bundles together. It's called smart bundling. But if you do the work, Whatnot will work for you. And then when the show's over and you sold 2 items to the archivist, and say, for example, when you pack it all up, and I bought 1 pound worth of stuff, let's just say, and you pack it all up and you're like, oh my goodness, she only bought 1 pound, but it's like 4 pounds. Calm down, you're safe. You can adjust the label by editing it, putting 4 pounds. I already paid for 5 pounds. So you're covered and you can pack it up and get it shipped out on time, you know? Yeah, I've heard it over and over. And I'm a community host for Whatnot. Blasian Bunny is a community host. If any of the other ones come in or they want to drop an emoji, if they're an official Whatnot community host. So I am one. And I've been doing this chat show on Tuesdays usually. And I've been doing it for over 3 years. I started in January of 2023. So pretty much the entire time I've been a seller, I've been doing community support. I read everything. Yeah, you have to have a scale and get a real scale. They're like 20 bucks. Oh yeah, Beck, what did you say? You're running a community? I'm doing good, Aussie, by the way. Thank you for asking. How are you? I am running a community show in the Aussie space on moderators, educational for mods and also educate. Oh, I need to check that out. That's cool. Wait, what Aussie, are you talking in your phone again? You always weigh, yeah, I have a scale right next to me. I always weigh everything when I list. What's up, you scare me? Do I agree with max shipping? Depends what you're selling. Depends what you're selling. Yeah. And I know when people call it max shipping, they get a little bit I don't know. Weigh it in the box. Yeah, when you start out. See, so I sold vintage decor glass. So if I would have like a 10 ounce, and I'm gonna go back and talk about that. I'll have like a 10 ounce, and you guys could ask questions. A 10 ounce like ginger jar. Okay, say that is, like 6, 7 inches tall. By the time I actually pack that thing, because I'm a pro packer, it's a pound and a half. You know, Bunny, I'm not 100% sure. Are there any new sellers in here that don't have the option to offer reduced shipping or max shipping setting where you could actually say the buyer pays X amount of money? Because they took that feature away, and that is with good reason. I think they need to sell quite a bit of items, Bunny. You know what? Okay, so you sell vintage decor and lots of glass. Yeah, you absolutely need to make sure you include the box, the packaging weight, and don't be afraid to say this is 1 pound. This is running at 1 pound. This has to ship alone. I'm really sorry. It's fragile. It needs a double box. It's going to run at 5 pounds. I would definitely be doing that. I look. It's like this. If you're selling an item and you're providing this service, because look, there's a lot of competition. I know we say community over competition, which is true, but it's your business. There's always going to be somebody that's competing against you because maybe buyers you have in your stream, right? You always want to make sure, number one, you always want to make sure that you do the exact weight. Okay, if you're off by an ounce and it's under 5 pounds, you're fine. But if you're off by like a whole pound, there's a chance the post office will catch it. They will not deliver the package to your buyer without getting that extra payment. Okay. So, say, for example, you mail something, even though they get up to 5 pounds, and I'm trying to draw this in my head as I'm speaking. So, I might pause for a sec and I'm going to read those, and you don't change it. So, they paid for up to 5 pounds. The box weighs 5 pounds, but you only put 15 ounces or at 1 pound. If the post office catches that, and they get millions of packages, there's a chance they won't. Why would you want your buyer to have to pay more? Because they will have to pay more money if it's caught. If it's caught, they're going to probably have to pay the retail counter's cost. So if it's a flat rate large box, it's like $31. On Whatnot, it's $9.21. So when you asked about the max shipping, okay, you guys are with me, right? When you guys say about the max shipping, they previously it was the option is the buyer pays all of it, the seller pays all of it, and then the other option is you could choose that how much a buyer would pay. So, for example, if you said max shipping is $9.21, that is a tricky little situation. Now, new sellers, I don't think you guys have that. It was taken away. I'm so glad because many people would get the information in the community from people that are giving shipping information that doesn't work for new sellers. Okay, just pretend you've never sold anything and you don't know anything, and then you're going and being told to run it this way, don't have a scale, and then you go and weigh it, and then you go, oh, it's actually heavier, and you adjust it, and you're going to eat a lot of money. So they took that feature away temporarily, and I think people have to earn that right, have to earn that right for that shipping, because it's going to end up ruining their business, and a lot of people walk away. Yeah. Okay, so as a buyer, put the fragile sticker. So here's my thought on the fragile sticker, and we could talk about shipping in a little bit. Listen, if you pack like crap, you better put a fragile sticker. I don't need a fragile sticker on my packages. They have a rumor that, oh, the post office kicks the boxes. No, they don't. No, they don't. They're not kicking them. They could get dropped. They could get put in the bin real fast. They're not going to put white gloves on. Where's my white gloves? They're not going to put white gloves on and carry it in all carefully. Like, no. But they're also going to have other boxes that may be on top of it. So I don't think there's anything to do with the fragile stickers. Maybe if someone's having a bad day, they might accidentally drop your box. But if you pack like crap, that's on you. If that box gets damaged, that's on you. That's not the post office's responsibility or their fault. It is 100% on you. Where's my postal people? Where are you guys at? And fragile stickers are another expense. Yes, but you know what? For example, like Kayfabe buys glass, and I'll put my warning because of the temperatures. Now we're getting a little warmer. It's not so bad. I did get a box the other day. It was hilarious. It had like 14 stickers on it. Yeah, but that's just one mail carrier. Yeah. Where's my postal people? I thank you guys for answering each other. But it's a personal thing. Like I like to put a sticker on, usually like a decapitated doll head or something funny, or a kitty cat that says thank you. I used to do the fragile stickers, but I was like, the fragile stickers are like 10 cents each because I had some really big ones. And my packages weren't getting damaged. So I thought, I'm just going to cut that expense. I don't really need it. So that's just me. But, everybody has a different opinion on it. You do what's best for you. You like my thermal stickers, the gold ones, right? Yeah, I used to sell them all the time. I don't even know if they're in my bin, but I don't think I have any right now to show. No, I think I didn't print any new ones, but it's basically a 2 by 3 inch sticker, and it tells you you've got fragile items inside. I mean, pretty much. You invested time, so can you please wait 24 hours to open this box? Because when the weather's cold, this package may be coming from a warm area. It has to acclimate to your indoor temperature. Thank you. I used to sell so many of them, I just kind of stopped doing them because I didn't have time. Yeah, you can make your own on your thermal printer. Yep. Okay, let me go up here. Let me go back up because some of the things refreshed. I'm sorry about that, you guys. You know what, Blue Moon? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Is your show Beck? Is your show scheduled? I have to bookmark that. Let me peek at your. Hold on. I want to go to it because I want to make sure. Oh, it's right here. I see it. Okay, I bookmarked it. When is it? On Friday at 2:30 a.m. Okay, I'm on Friday night. I don't know if I'm going to be on that late, but if I am, I'll raid you. Okay. Does Whatnot negotiate with the postal service in each country? I don't know how they do that. I don't think they directly negotiate. I think they use Shippo to negotiate for them. Like they're a third party shipping company. And I think the Whatnot shipping is a plugin, like the software. I think they still use them unless something changed. I don't know. But I think they use Shippo to do that for them, or whoever the new carrier is that they work with to get this really awesome rate. But I think they use them because of the software. Now the shipping labels used to say Shippo on them. They don't anymore. Actually, I have one right here. Let's see. Yeah, they don't. Do they say Shippo on them? They're the same label, but I think they took Shippo off. So they may not be using them anymore. I don't know. Oh, Indiana Jones. It's not really true about the fragile sticker. But when a seller says, I heard that it's not necessarily true. I've been in chat shows about people like saying about the post office kicking them. You know, it's neither here nor there. The best thing to do is pack like a beast. Pack like a beast, especially if you're selling like glass. And if you have like, your own purchases here, think about how you would want to receive something. What kind of experience you want to give the buyer. I like to give my buyers 100% positive buyer experience. So that boils down to the packaging. If I recycle, I pack it really good in there. And then sometimes I double box. Glass, I pretty much almost always double box. Yeah. You ship cases of water. I love it. I'm waiting for my box of water, Andy. What? Yeah. So everybody has a different opinion on that. Okay. You make your own and print them on your thermal printer. Nice thing. So random. I love that. Is it rude to ask to promate? Promate. Hello. Is it rude to ask to promote general questions, not asking to do it now? If you're new, I heard experienced sellers don't like it. It depends. Here's the deal. If someone's having a selling, this is what I feel about this. That's just my opinion. If you go into a show and someone has like 500 people and they're selling product and they're kicking ass and they're jamming, why would you go, can I promote in a show like that? They're not doing a seller support community show. This is their business. So in a sense, you coming into like their business, their virtual business, you're saying your product's better than theirs and you're interrupting it. It's very distracting. So I would say that's an interruption. It is actually against the terms to do that. It would be considered spam, and it would actually be, if it negatively impacted their stream, you could be in trouble for that. You could be reported. So, it's kind of like you got to read the room and decide, maybe this isn't the best thing. But then if you go into some sellers and they're doing that, they don't mind. Um, it's completely, I think that we're all adults. Hopefully, we're all mature, and then we could go in a stream and just read the room. And some people are like, what does read the room mean? Read the room means go in there and see what their vibe is, see what they're all about. Like, there may be sellers that do these chat shows that say, because you're talking and you're making all these statements, sharing information, free knowledge, and you've got 50 questions coming in. And then when someone starts spamming their shows or posting them, it pushes all those questions up and you miss them. And then all those people invested time in the chat, and I won't be able to see them because after like 20 minutes, they refresh and they go away, even less sometimes. So I feel like it is my stream, my business, and I can allow it or not allow it, right? And you can as well. So it just really depends. I have chat shows and I do allow it, but I offer it at a certain time. And you learn that if you go into shows, because like I think it's the worst thing when someone comes in, they don't follow you, they haven't even supported you, and they come in and go, "Can I promote?" They don't even say hello, how you doing? They don't vibe, and then they're ready to go with their cut and pasting, and they do that in hundreds of rooms. Do I block them? Do I ban them? No, I don't. Um, sometimes they just do it. You just have to ignore it. But most of the time, people are pretty good. Um, but it's totally, totally up to you. I hope that answers. Yeah, I'm pretty fair. And new people should know this because when they sign up for Whatnot, there's Seller Academy. And go into streams, you'll learn as you go, and there are sellers that will literally block you, ban you, and have block parties. I've seen it, and I'm just like, no, this is bully mentality. So let's be positive. Let's teach people, so if somebody does it, I try to teach them so they know, like, I'm not going to block you. But if you're rude and you're rude to my mods or me, then that's a whole other conversation. What about adding inventory lists to package? Do they already have it online? Mr. Mayor, hello. So I always use a packing slip, and I'll tell you why. I don't really care what happens to the packing slip after it arrives. It helps me stay organized and make sure my orders are 100% complete. I do not do big volume, but I've had shows where I've sold a ton of stuff. I don't want to have to look at my computer every time I'm processing an order. I want to move fast. So I already know what the weight is because I put it in accurately, And so when I do that, I just output the packing list, which I have one right here. And all I have to do is check, pack the item, put the packing list on top. I'm good to go. They would cost me like 1 cent, but I've already calculated that into my cost of goods. So is it required by Whatnot to include it? It is not. But I can tell you right now, I've pulled it so many times in my shows. The buyers want it. The buyers want it, but they throw it away. I don't care. Yeah, it's in there, but it's completely up to you if you want to cut that cost out or you want to add that. Sometimes I think they're 2 or 4 cents a piece. Or if you have an inkjet printer, you could print the packing list on that, fold it up, and put it in. It's completely up to you. Um, so a lot of people don't do them anymore. I still get them. I like to get them though. Oh, I just said thank you. You're being complimentary. Blue. Okay. I'm just scrolling back, so I think I'm caught up now. You love the new label format? Me too. I've been asking forever. Yeah. Yes. You got a community show that's general co-host a series of community shows. I'm starting my own. I'll be putting up the listings of 48 hours. Oh, nice. For your community show. Good. I give respect to the glass sellers. I keep my glass items to shot glass size. Yeah, the packing materials are expensive. Absolutely. Tina, hello. Common sense isn't isn't very common. No. Okay, so there it goes. So it refreshes my entire chat. So I may have lost some of your guys' questions up there, but you can ask now. What's up, BBA? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Okay, let me see. I have to go back. Let's see if I lost any. No, I saw Tina. Okay. Okay, a few days ago I had someone ask. I said, okay. Then my mod messaged me asking me to block a person because they were spamming big time. Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as you and your mod communicate, that's fine. That's up to you. But I always say this, if somebody's harassing or bothering you like outside how they should in the whatnot in your Instagram, just choose for yourself. Yo, 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 Tiny, hello. Choose for yourself. If somebody says block them, I've seen sellers have chat shows and they don't talk about a certain subject and someone comes in and asks about it and they kick them out and then they say, okay, everybody go block so and so. Please don't do that. That's just terrible. Choose for yourself. Don't let no one tell you who to block. Block whoever you want. It's really not necessary to block people because, like, what's the point? I don't know. If someone disturbs my peace in like a dangerous way, I definitely will block them. But I really haven't had to block that many people, except for all those guys that make those fake accounts. They get instantly blocked, and you know what I'm talking about if you know. Yeah. Hi, how you doing, beautiful? What? Okay. Okay, I think okay, so Blasian Money said, I think the part that bothers me is the person who asked to promote. Right, doesn't even follow nothing. Correct. Hey, what do you mean you're in Australia? Since when? Okay. Oh, you know what? Indiana Jones, the Facebook groups, those are the other thing about Facebook's group, same thing. They're filled with trolls. There are some great people that have good information, but I would say more than half of the people that give the information, it's incorrect. Like they create so much chaos. So I really feel like Whatnot is the only source to get the information from. Um, I am back like not too far though. Yeah, you don't think so? They don't gain many flaw. Okay, here, you guys, we could do a poll. You guys want to do a poll? Actually, let's do a poll in a minute. Let me read the rest. Yeah, the packing slips are great. Everybody loves them. Yeah, receipt for purchases, exactly, if you resell. But Kathy, you could download your I know, sorry guys, I'm gonna scare the hell out of you right now. You can download all your purchases on Whatnot. I use those any purchases that I resell, I print them out for the tax lady. So when a package is destroyed by USPS, it's not your fault. It depends. It really, really depends. If you didn't meet the criteria and the packing they require us to do, it's your fault. So, for example, they ask, you have to know the guidelines for USPS. So, if you put it in a box that's been shipped before, they can tell. If you have a piece of glass and you put it in and you don't have 2 inches around every side of that item and it properly packed and you have like an inch, they may not cover it. You'll be out of luck. So, that's why they have packaging guidelines that Even Whatnot has the same guidelines. They've copied and pasted it. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, the fake guys asking, "Hey, beautiful." So you get them too. Yeah, they only follow women, but I report them. Um. Oh, thanks, Bunny. Yeah, you're right. Indiana Jones. Everybody complains. I'm almost there, you guys. Um. Oh yeah, and here's another thing. Don't go into someone's show and ask them to raid your friend. Or if you're a seller, try to think. Because you may not want to say, "Oh, maybe I'll look." Say something along the lines of, I actually have, and I actually do this. This is like a thing. Like I know who's on, and I usually write down a couple of names before I go live. So maybe I say, you know what, you guys, I already have somebody picked up, but let me add to my list. I do have a list actually, and I'll consider them for the future. Because that's the worst thing when someone doesn't follow you and they come in and ask you to raid somebody. You know, I was thinking of raiding this guy, but I don't know. It's kind of got like a 4.6. What's up, Thriftworks? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, D, when you're done, can you rate my friends? No, somebody gave me a name the other day and I went and checked it out and it was like definitely not I don't mind rating into whatever kind of show because it's the middle of the night, but it wasn't like not a good it was not a positive experience. So I said, yeah, I can't go there. There's been a lot of those messages lately from men thinking it's a dating app, wrong app for swiping right. I know, back right. I just the best thing to do is the look at who they follow and see if they're a seller. And usually they're not. And the best thing to do is report them to Whatnot, and block. But that's your choice. Yeah, I usually instantly block them. Have I seen? Yes, I did. That's about 2 weeks old. Yeah. So if you sell items and you cancel the order as a seller because you can't find it, you will be charged $3 or 3%. The 3% is of the total amount. I can tell you this is the best news I've ever heard. I'm so glad. I just heard about it a few weeks ago, but I'm a community host, so I hear about stuff before you guys do. Um, yeah, good, Blue. You get about 5 a day? Hello, beautiful. It's so weird, right? I did have a conversation with one. I was like, "Can I help you?" "Oh, I'm," and then they wrote like this whole thing they cut and pasted. And I go, "Well, I sell product on here, so if you want to buy something, come to my show." "Oh, well, da da da." I'm like, block. And then they kept making new accounts. It's pretty funny. Um, yeah, if you're hosting, don't ignore your buyers or members that have bothered to attend your chat. Everyone else sees it. Yeah. And sometimes like I was caught up in the chat, and sometimes you have to have some patience because you're not 100% sure. Okay. Is it true that if a customer puts in a cancellation and you deny, they cannot leave you a bad review? I don't know. I think they still can. But here's the thing. If somebody, okay, this is my philosophy on cancellations. If you cancel because you can't find it, that's on you. You shouldn't do that. Don't sell it if you can't find it, if you don't have it. Number 1. Number 2, because this happens a lot. I used to buy a lot of Pokemon cards, and every time I was a new seller, they would get the tips, they would cancel all the items and then make a new show later under a different name. They can still leave the bad review. Okay. So I had somebody buy an item that I flash saled like last week, and they sent me a message and they said, because I don't think I flash saled it actually. I think they had a coupon. And in order to purchase it, you have to go through a couple of steps to confirm it, right? It's not like you just swipe and you buy it, but it was like a buy it now flash sale. And so they bought the item, and I don't know what the excuse was that they didn't have the first. It was I didn't mean to swipe on it and buy it. Well, it wasn't an auction, but I wasn't going to waste any time arguing. I didn't, they wrote a message. They're like, I really don't have the money. So in my opinion, it's just not worth, you know, rejecting it and fighting it and then them getting it and want to return it. So I'm in the customer service beta and I can control my returns. they keep it or whatever it may be. But honestly, I just approved it. It wasn't even worth I would spend more time thinking about it. So now I have another situation that if, say, for example, I'm auctioning something off in a raid train and two people are bidding on it, three people are bidding on it, and they keep bidding it up and up and up and up and up. And then the winner gets it, wins, and then goes, "Oh, I fell asleep. I didn't bid on this. Sorry." I would decline that because there was proof that they bid the item up. So in that case, they would have to, that's like, it just depends. I think it's situational, right? What do you guys think? I mean, because you can't, like, if you accept their cancellation, then you can't even offer that to the next buyer. Now, if you're able to see who was bidding on it, you could always send a message to them and say, "Hey, I'm sorry you didn't win the auction, but the buyer's payment didn't go through, or for whatever reason. But if you'd like to have it, I'm going to put it in my buy it now at this price." You could do that. So they can leave you the negative reviews. So you gotta pick your battles. Um, do people really check sellers' ratings? I don't when I buy. I always do. If you don't, I'm a snob because I've bought stuff from people. And there are people that have 5.0 and they sold 100,000 items and they've got the last 5 or 10 that are negative, but they still have a 5.0. Okay, because it refreshes. It's like an average. So I do look at the reviews. I just kind of look through to see how many reviews they have, and what their last, like couple of months of shipping. I mean, things happen, right? You can't make every single buyer happy, but the feedback does kind of give you an indicator of, do they know how to pack? Like if you were to go read my reviews right now, you would see that like people mostly write about how much care I put in the package and how well I pack, and that they love their items or whatever. Oh, and that I know stuff about whatnot. So I check. Um, Before I go into a show, I actually check somebody's profile before I raid somebody. I don't raid people that have like 4.9 or less. I usually don't. Every once in a while, you raid someone 4.8 because mistakes happen, but I usually try not to. You hear about people purchasing to get in buyers giveaways and canceling after not winning? Yeah, that's been a thing, but that those can be declined. Yeah, and it's picking your battles really. You've had a lot of people ask to cancel and then ask if the seller can bundle items and pay send off platform. It's definitely not allowed. That can probably make you lose your whatnot account. You check ratings, you check. Hey, Cat Daniels, how you doing? You check. Yeah, you should check it out. You never know. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. Last Mermaid Gifts. Hello, friend. How you doing? I always do, but I'm also an observer, so I watch their show and make. Yeah, and you do. You have to just make your decision. Yo, thank you for the raid. Greeds Deeds. What is going on? How was your show? I hope you had a great show. Thank you very much for bringing your friends over here. We're just having a late night insomniac talk. Yo, yes, that's Sir Squig. Kayfabe, tell everybody what his name is. Yeah, reviews are important. Reviews, reviews, reviews. Yes. I didn't realize reviews averages refresh. Yeah, it's like 30-day. And no, I forget. It says it on the account health page. Yeah, I forget exactly. 30 days of shipping, but the reviews have a calculation in there too. I feel like it's 180 days. I know way too much about whatnot. Wait, you just changed his name again. Sir Squirty McSquirrel? Sounds dirty. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I have my thing open so I can actually see if there's other questions that I missed. Hold on. That's funny. You learn something new every day. I learn stuff new every day. I learn a bunch, then I'm like, wait, what? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let me see here. Um, Yeah, cancellation. Somebody, okay, Jesse, are you still awake or did you go to sleep? Because I think you said you had a giveaway question. She might have fallen asleep. Oh, you are here. Okay, good. What did you want to know about giveaways? Thank you, Bunny. Blasian Bunny. I got it from Andy. It's a really good mic, actually. Um, yeah, and you here's the thing, you can deny it, it's your business, but make sure it's a policy that you have written in your show notes so they know. And if you look at a lot of sellers, like volume sellers, their show notes has their rules. There are whatnot rules. So if you have somebody that says, I need to cancel this, I didn't realize it had a chip on it, I caught it on the screen, then that's on you as a seller that maybe you didn't do the call out. So that would be where you look at it and go, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to accept this because I'm going to get a bad review if I don't." Okay? But like if it's somebody that says, "My toddler pressed the button and bit on it." No, they didn't. You're just using your kid as an excuse. So it's up to you. Like I'm going to say this. You're going to waste more time worrying about that happening than it actually happening. It's such a microscopic percentage because I can tell you, like in 20 plus years that I've sold online, it's way less than even 1% of my returns or problems like that. It's dinky. It's dinky. Yeah, it's I don't even care about it. I want to cater to the buyer. So did you have a problem with it? Please come to me and I can make it right and give me the opportunity to make it right. Now, if you say, you know, I really don't agree with you, D, and I deny them, and then they leave me a bad review, right? D lied, it was broke. She sucks. I'm never shopping with her again. Well, if they write I suck, I could probably get it removed. But if they write everything but that, it's going to be on there and it'll be on there forever. So the best thing too with that is I know people reply to their reviews. If you're mad about it, don't reply. Okay. It says in the red chat, don't be a dickhead. Okay. Don't reply to them and say, you know what? You knew, you saw it, you swiped. Don't come to my shows. You're banned. You're dumb. Respond to them when you're calm down in a positive manner. Like, thank you for your feedback. Uh, I want to make it right. I'm sorry for that experience. Reach out to me. Look at some people that do respond and see what they're saying. Whenever I see the other thing is too, as a buyer, and I see sellers that reply with like a nasty comment on, like, I've seen people do it on like a 4.8, and I'm like, dude, don't do that. You look worse than the person leaving the bad review. It says more about your character and your business. And I get not every customer's right, but you know what happens. Yo, Kaisers. What's going on, TK Kaisers? How you doing? I feel like you need the cat. Meow. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. Welcome into iNsOmNiAc Talk. Yo, I hope you had a good show, friend. Raid, 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 raid. Raid. What's up? What were you selling tonight? I gave you the full cat dance twice. Why did that vanish? Twin, that vanished. I ain't even reading that. Uh, sorry, you guys. Some people left me some funny red chat here. It's so true. You be lurking all the time, I swear. I love it. I hope you're good. Oh, I didn't see that because on the computer it's all zoomed in. Vintage jewelry. All right, right on. Thank you so much for bringing the friends over here. We're just having a late night chat. Let me scroll back up. I appreciate you. Okay, hold on. I was getting ready to read what Jesse said. Okay, if I run, let's say 20 items for say $10 as a sales goal, and then I run the buyer's givey as soon as that sale hits, and you run a banger givey. Okay. I'll wait for your question. Did she write it? Thank you, Beck. I appreciate you. You remember one time you were wiping your phone off to clean it and totally swiped on a kid's hoodie? And I don't even have kids. You didn't cancel. I am not ever going to admit what I bought on Whatnot and how much it cost when I was sleeping. I just ate it. It was a lot of money. Yeah. But the good part is I finally did sell it. You need a tutorial? Have you have Indiana Jones? Have you been to my YouTube? You love the cat? Bunny's a snitch. Bunny, you should get a sticker. Have Zodi make you a sticker. Um okay, but I don't see your question though. I'm trying to find out what you were asking cuz I all I see is that you want to run items at $10, sell about 20 of them and then run a buyer's giveaway as soon as that 20 items are sold, right? I do have some gas. I mean, gas you want gas cards, smooth operator? What's up? Yeah, I can't fill your tank with it though. Sorry, it just doesn't work that way. Is that within the policy or okay? But I don't understand the question. What's up? I know Thriftworks could fill the tank. I think even Picker Adam could fill the tank. So the question, I don't know what your question was. Yes, so you can do that, is what I'm saying. You could sell your items, right? You have to have the buyer giveaway scheduled before you go live. You are required to run it, period. Okay. You just have to remember that when you list the giveaway, like you're selling the brooches or the roaches, right? So when you do the brooches, what is your whatever your banger buyer giveaway is in the title, you have to put what it is, not giveaway number 1, banger giveaway, free stuff, free 99, free shit. Don't put that. Pretend it's a listing and then put it. But you have to know one thing real important. And I think you know this already. That will help you. Just make sure you understand. You take a picture of the item that you're giving away so there's no questions. Like if it says giveaway number 1 and someone wins it and then they're like, "Oh, what I win?" They might give you a bad review for that. So that's why I say label it. And the terms say you have to put the thing. Yeah, you do that good. Then you should be fine. Just the number one thing to know is anybody could win the giveaway. They don't have to be a buyer. And that's not Whatnot. That's a federal like lottery slash sweepstakes law. I, all my giveaway pics are my left middle toe. I know. I framed it. I framed it. You have pretty feet. Yeah. So you should be all right. I know someone told me that I was doing purchase based pricing gambling and went against policy, but that's not what I was doing. Mm, were you doing it in a surprise sets? Like, were you doing that where you schedule the show as surprise sets? No. Okay. As long as you put the buyer's giveaway in before you go live, put the picture, put the title, right? And then list your brooches or whatever, however you run them. When you run them, when you hit that goal, just run your buyer's giveaway. Do you have to announce it? Yeah, you have to announce it. Okay, here's my goal. Like here, I'm you for a minute. Okay, everybody. I'm D, and tonight my goal is I have these awesome paperweights. Okay, I have like 40 of them, and I'm gonna start them all at $5 tonight. As soon as I sell all of those, then I'm gonna run a buyer's giveaway. Actually, I have 2 buyer's giveaways tonight, and I have some sales goals. So let's run. Let's do this. If we get when we get the goal, then we're gonna run them. Right? You don't have to tell them exactly. You don't tell them the dollar amount, I think, but you can do that, and then just do it. Yep. But you can't like decline anybody. And if somebody wins who didn't buy from you, just tell them congratulations. This is going to be mailed to you. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you because you never know. They could win the buyer's giveaway. And if you have items and you're buying it now, they might win it. And some kind of good little thing to do. Don't say, oh, I'm going to give you this. Send them a coupon code with their items. You never know, they might come back. You wanna make it a good experience, and a lot of times people just take it and they're not coming back, but you never know. You never, ever know. but never like change the item or treat them bad because I've had people where they tell me they went in streams and are like, ah, another giddy goblin. And I really like that's a pet peeve for me. I just, I remember the first time somebody won in one of my buyers giveaways and it was like a really good item and they never bought. And I was like, wait, what? But I didn't like shame them. I was just like, wait, how'd that work? And then I didn't know the rules. And that was way when it first came out. So no, bunny, I'm not. Yeah, I ship it out no matter what, but the important thing is always listing what the giveaway is. The rule on Whatnot since day one was, well, we didn't have giveaways in the very, very beginning. The giveaways are about 3 years old, I think. I think in my book I wrote down when we got giveaways. Oh, thank you, Jesse, for the tip. Thank you. That was so nice of you. Yo, thank you. It's payday. I appreciate you. That was very kind, very generous. Thank you. Thank you. Um, thank you. I'm glad you stayed up that I could help you. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. I know it's hard when we're new, but remember those sites I sent you? That's the actual source for Whatnot. You'll find everything there. Um, yeah, so you are not allowed to use a coupon code as a giveaway. That is not a Whatnot rule. That is a sweepstakes/federal law. No, what is that? Are you asking her or me? Yeah. You know what I have seen people do like gift cards to their shop, and that is against the rules because the gift cards are coupons. They've been doing it backwards. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Can you screen? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So you just started collecting and you're learning from everybody. I think you should probably be a lot kinder. Yeah, I already got them. Thank you. And I appreciate you. So a free shipping giveaway isn't allowed. I'm going to answer that in a second here because I want to make sure I cover the questions before you. Um, you can't run a giveaway at the same time as a buyer's giveaway. Only one giveaway at a time you can run. Yeah. So, okay. You guys answered. I see it. So we're good. All right. Thank you. Yeah. You know what, Jess? I would only worry about what you're doing and just read the help.whatnot.com section that I was telling you about, and you should be totally fine. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to scroll back. I think you guys all got it. Yeah, the shaming is terrible. Okay. Can I send coupon codes with my giveaways though? Yeah, you can. Just don't say, "Hey, for the buyer's giveaway, you get this," or for the giveaway, you get this, and then I'm going to include it. Just include the code. Don't even tell them. Just make sure they see it, like it's on the packing list or whatever, right at the top. Yep, you could just put it in. But I wouldn't advertise it because sometimes people say, "Oh, for everybody that purchases, I'm going to include a coupon code." It's it's kind of like, you know, you probably don't want to do that. So free shipping giveaway, it's not that it's not allowed. You can't isolate shipping. So I wish we could. That would be so cool. But here's the deal. The shipping for the giveaways are already free. They're already free. The seller pays for the giveaways. Okay? The seller pays for it. So if you give away like sports cards, you're paying for it. So it's really free to the buyer. Okay? I know I didn't phrase that correctly, but it is free, 100% free to the buyer. Now, sometimes if they purchase something from you and it's a giveaway, it doesn't really charge you as a seller. It bundles with whatever they bought. Like if they bought a pound already, it usually just goes in with their packing list. But sometimes when it's like a card or something, it charges you whatever the rate is. Well, a lot of people do gift cards to their own shop and they're really coupon codes. They're just rephrasing it. I know because I won one. See, people do a coupon code. They say store credit gift card as give. I know. We should bring that up. Right, correct. But I don't know if I want to tell that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, like yeah, right, right, right. Okay, good. Thank you. You're a pro. I've done that too, though, and that's the only way it works. So people do, yeah, Bunny. I won one of those and I got it, and it was a coupon code. I was like, okay, so the rule why you can't do the coupon code, you guys know why? It is against the rules to do the coupon code. Um, if 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 they give you a gift card and it's to like their .com website, right? They could do that, probably works. But with the so-called gift card, if it says to like darchivist.com, I don't sell anything on my website, but say I did darchivist.com and I said $50 gift card. But here's the thing, they're requiring you to buy something to redeem it anyhow. That's against the rules because giveaways are set up, and this is not whatnot. This is like the law, state, local, federal law for sweepstakes. Look it up. Every state has a different policy too. Okay. So if they give you the code and you have to go to darchivist.com and put it in and it's $50, but the $50 doesn't cover shipping or whatever, you still got to buy something, right? You got to still put your credit card. So that's where you can't do that. Okay. So if they just send you a coupon code for their whatnot store, they couldn't make it 100% free. You still have to purchase them, and that's what's against the rules. Hey, Nurse Sarah, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? Meaning a code you put into your payment method? No, the code is something you create. So in Whatnot on the desktop in the Seller Hub, under the marketing tab, there's an option to create your own coupon. And then you like go in my show notes right now. There's a coupon that you can click on and it'll apply to your wallet because I just put backslash coupon space and then I put the coupon code, which is I love junk. And then it doesn't really ever expire until I turn it off. And I have a video for that on YouTube. It is on the Seller Hub inventory video, and it shows you how to create the coupon. Actually, it might be in the marketing video. Yeah, my bad. It's in the marketing. It won't work, Indiana Jones. You can't do a coupon at all for a giveaway, period. That's no, you can't. But you could give a coupon in your show. My name is the same, Bev. It's D_archivist. You've been writing coupon codes in all your followers' giveaways in hopes that they come back. Hey, you know what a good way to track it is? Create a coupon code that you know was like with orders or a show one. So you know, don't use too many letters. So you could put like SH for show. You could do it like you could put I don't know, like mine is I love junk. And then I had some other ones like RP1, RP26, which was for like repeat customers 26, YT10, YT20, YouTube. Just I use different codes, but I know what they are because I have a little book that tracks them. Yeah. Um, like win the Givey and they give you a code for 20 off the purchase same day on the show. They can't use a coupon code at all for the giveaway. But sometimes they have the coupon code like you're saying in the show notes. Yeah. Use their coupon codes. Nah, it's all right. I don't know. I don't even know. I just got here. We didn't miss anything. It doesn't look like you could do giveaways to Canadian buyers. It so as a seller, you can turn on or off the international option for giveaways. I would just tell people in the US in the beginning, and Canadians know this is okay because if you have it on and somebody from Canada or Australia or France, where else are we? You know, we're in a lot of countries now and whatnot, and they win, you're going to actually have to pay the actual weight. So if you've got a 1 pound item, you might have $40 in shipping you got to pay. So in the beginning, turn it off. I mean, it's up to you. It depends what you give away too. You know, sometimes it depends, but I think Canadians can get the giveaways. Any Canadians in here? And our lovely friends in Canada, yeah. What's up, Squish? Our lovely friends in Canada, like if you guys know the Red Rooster Kim, Kim is another community host who's amazing. And when Canada had to go through not one, But two, oh, does it say? So maybe, well, maybe there's something going. Oh, because of the postal rates and the strike and all the different things. Yeah, definitely follow Kim. She's incredible. Um, yeah, I don't know right now, but I know that shipping, because I had shows talking with other Canadian sellers on here, and I know if I buy like one item from somebody, it's like instantly $18, $19. She's a legend. I agree. You gonna make me read that? Es like Canadians. I can't. I don't know what that says. Let me get my kid real quick. She's pretty good at conversational French. I forgot you speak French. I know it's so hard. Giveaways lead to sales. Yeah, Canada Post is difficult. And then you guys, we complain in the US here about our shipping. Bunch of spoiled babies. I'm going to say that much. The stuff that our international sellers have to go through, they don't get free packaging materials. There's no free boxes. They have to buy their own. There's no free tape. They have to buy their own. None. Zilch. Nada. Oui, oui. You guys, stop complaining. Be grateful. Yeah, I know a lot of sellers on here, international, and they tell me so much information. I'm like, my brain is just like, what? They do not have tape. The post USPS has free tape, but it's only for brown boxes if you're shipping priority mail. That's it. That's it. It's free. Call them on the phone. They have an 800 number. You could order stuff. They do record you. They do record you. USPS.com, and you create an account and you can order them. The tape you can no longer order online. It is priority mail tape. It looks like, I don't know if that tape got stuck. It looks like this. It's clear tape with red and blue, and it says priority all over it. Okay. It says priority. So, but I'm only allowed to use that tape, not on their boxes, but I only am allowed to. I think I broke my tape gun yesterday. So I'm only allowed to use it on brown boxes that ship priority mail. Yeah. You're welcome. And don't order the military boxes because they have kits like that. Those are for our military only. Yeah. Well, we're not talking about any taxes tonight. Yes. But respect to the Canadians because they have to put up with a lot of crap with it. You know, Terrence knows what's up with tape. Yeah, you better not ask questions ever. Okay, you're set on giveaways, y'all. I really feel like my followers' giveaways and my buyers' giveaways are really helping grow my. Yes, Jess. Just make it make sense for you. Just make it make sense for you. You know, if you sell like $500 worth of stuff and then you give a $200 giveaway away, it's probably going to really grow your business, but you're going to go broke doing it. So, you know, there's expenses you have to figure out if it's worth it or not. Set a goal. Your goals are great. You're on track. I really feel like you'll do really great with that. Greedy Americans. This is true. This is true, Bunny. You guys didn't know you get free packing supplies, but there's rules like you don't just get all the there's priority mail boxes, flat rate and or regular priority mail mailing boxes. You can get them in increments of 10 and 25 and there's like 7 different sizes boxes. But they're meant for mailing items only. Do y'all schedule pickups? Sometimes. It really depends how many boxes I have. I have my phone number for my mail carrier and I take care of her and I'll text her like in the morning and I'll say, "Hey, can you pick up 50 boxes?" And sometimes she'll say, "You know what? I'm going to be late today." And I'll say, "I'll take them myself." Like it's no big deal, but I sometimes will schedule. Sometimes she'll tell me if you have over, like we have an agreement now that if I have over like 50 of the large, I need to schedule a pickup and then she'll pick it up like 9 o'clock in the morning and drop it off and then get on her route. Yeah, the priority mail tape cannot be on the priority mail box. That is correct. You are not allowed to use that on the box. When they make you they record you and they tell you it's only used for brown boxes that are being shipped priority mail. You cannot use them on their white boxes. Yeah, it says it. When Amy came here to sell, she ordered supplies after she arrived. Oh, it arrived quick. You schedule pickups? Okay, cool. No one comes into my shows. How do I get people to come in? Well, one thing, like you're being active in other shows. And then the other thing is, um, one thing I always say is like, are you being consistent? Like, do you go consistent regularly? The biggest is, are you, when you go live, do you like play back your video to see if your picture's clear, how you sound, is it positive? Like all these things really play into it. Bunny, good night, my friend. Sweet dreams. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you always. Um, in the beginning, it might be like that. I see you have sold almost 100 items and it's frustrating. Like you want people to come in, but whatnot is hard work. There's a lot of sellers on the app. There's a lot of people doing things to get people in. Maybe social media. I highly recommend people making an Instagram. If you're planning on growing this business, you need social media. I mean, you don't have to have it, but if you want to share your show and get it out there, I would definitely do that. Yep. Good night. I know it's late for you too. Good night, twin. Sweet dreams, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. In the past month, I have received packages from 3 different premier sellers that have used padded priority. Oh, Dazzle Depot. I'm not surprised. Report it to Whatnot. Report it to Whatnot. They want to know. Believe me, they want to know. There's free USPS ground supplies too. There is, but you can't order them through the post office. They're like some contracted thing with another selling platform. You can order them through the other selling platform, but I don't know too much about that. We don't have that option in Australia with our postal service. And no, yeah, I didn't think you did, Beck. I did not think that at all. Yeah, show it for other sellers and they show it for you. I love all the advice and everybody helping. No, not anymore, Aussie. They used to. Nurse Sarah, did you ever buy any of the packaging? Need someone to help me with my social work full time. Is anyone? You know what I would do, Jess? I would definitely hire somebody local to you. Find someone local to you that's familiar with Whatnot. I don't because you can't really on Whatnot. I don't think you can really hire anybody to do that service. I think it's best to try to find someone local. Yeah, because I don't. I mean, I don't really know anybody, and you have to have on here. You have to like sell an actual physical product. Um, there's some apps you can use. Yeah, the socials because you want to have someone you work full time. Yeah, it's so hard, huh? There's some apps online where you put your info on and then you give them like your reels and stuff and they'll make them for you, but it's definitely not cheap. There's also some other ones that if you make your own reels, you can actually schedule it like a calendar. Yeah, Nurse Sarah was doing CapCut pretty easy. And you know, how many times are you going to plan on posting? Metricool is pretty cool. Oh, no way. For real? Yeah, right. Just kidding. I love that. I can't wait to see it. Super secret, right? I can't wait. Well, good night. Thanks for being here. If you post on Facebook, it automatically post to your IG. Yeah, you can set it up that way to share, since they're owned by basically the same company. I just made a video actually on my phone yesterday to show people how to share their show to social media on Facebook and Insta stories and or Instagram. So I'm going to be publishing that on my YouTube. I don't know, Jess. You'll have to check that out. Yeah, you probably could find someone, but you have to be very careful with some of that stuff. Yeah, Canva is pretty awesome for creating your own content. And you could also, did you know you have clips in your Whatnot? You could make your own clip during your live and use that for social media. Yeah, look into CapCut. It is actually pretty simple. And you don't even have to buy you can even make reels with Canva actually. Oh, you're super welcome, friend. Yeah, you can do a lot of that. Like here's the funny part. I'm a photographer. Like that's what I do for a living. I build websites and do different things. And mostly I'm maintaining now. I'm not really building any new stuff. And even me, like, I'm pretty techie and nerdy. It's just the time. It's just the time. Like, I'm not great at reels. I could be. I'm better at doing long form documentary stuff. You enrolled in D University. I love it. I love it. Time is the problem, yeah. And if you're a parent, and you have kids, and if you have little kids, but you know what? If you really want it, if you really, really want it, you make a list and it becomes a priority list. And then you take those priority list items and you put them on another list that's action and you put it to a calendar and go, okay, by this Friday, I want to post like 2 social media reels, right? Lunch hour before you go to bed. You're hanging out here right now. You know, people that hang out in other shows and they're shouting out and doing all these things, all that time you spend, you could be doing that for yourself. Guys, don't forget. Don't forget, you could be doing that yourself, you know? You could. Yeah, you really could. I know many people who are anti Chat GPT, but I use it for many business topics. Um, I'm not into I'm an anti Chat GPT person as well. Because I know what it's going to do to the environment and I don't think people think about that. Also, what happened to creativity, guys? I know not everybody could do graphics and all those things, but there's so many apps that can that look realistic, a photo of your items. You work in cybersecurity and you have to do it. You love it. So some things I see where it helps, but that's my stand on it. I'm also a designer. Yeah. Yeah, people should research before they like jump into it. I know it does a lot of stuff, but it's not accurate, guys. I see a lot of people putting uh asking whatnot, are the whatnot giveaways how do you do a whatnot giveaway? Or something along the lines of, um, do I have to, what is the shipping rule of 921? And people put it in Chat GPT, and I can tell you right now, it's always wrong. I tested a couple of searches and I put the right prompts in. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, that there were people who didn't know. They didn't know. And they came to me and said, well, it said the giveaway rules changed. And I'm like, oh, stop. You know what, Nurse Sarah? That's so funny because my son was like, he was behind on his math. I said, did you do your math? He's like, yeah. And I go, can I see it? So he brings it over to me. I go, oh, wow, look how perfect it is. You just put the answers in. I go, we're using Chat GPT. And he's like, yeah. I was like, no. What's up, saints and sinners and saints? How you doing? Yeah, you just have to figure out for you, do a little research. I mean, it is so easy to like actually somebody put the whatnot terms from before and after into Chat GPT, right? Please tell me the differences between these two documents. Bullet point. Okay. Do you know what it did? They were not correct. The whatnot terms changed and they added 5, 6, 7 new pages, but most of it was like legal jargon. And it said that the giveaway rules changed. But I think that's why people were freaking out on whatnot. They didn't change. People just used ChatGPT. And then on your Google, if you search, there's like a summary of ChatGPT and it comes up and it's wrong. I've seen shipping on there wrong. So if you search the term, you can put minus AI and it won't give you an AI result. Yeah. You called it out many times. Yeah, it's wrong. You have to watch out. Some people like sharing their knowledge with others. I know a lady called Dee who helps people. Thank you, Aussie. Yeah, and look, we all have our own gifts, right? We all have our own gifts. So don't be hard on yourself. You don't know, like, you don't have to know everything. Yes, legal jar. I know, Kayfabe. I know. I should give Kayfabe. I could send Kayfabe the old terms and the new terms. She could tell us what the changes were. She probably already read. Have you ever read the term? Wait, have you ever read the terms? I bet. I bet you like that. She might know a thing about that. Fun times. Say yes. I mean, I read them. It's pretty easy to understand. There's just, it's a company. They have to protect themselves, just like if your company got to have rules, policies. No, you haven't. Yeah. Because it's all literally the same. Every single company is the same. They just change little things. Yep. They literally all get them from the same place. They do. It's like a copy paste. And then they just, this is a policy on this. This is the terms. This is the rules. Yep. And if you don't, this is the result. It is. A lot of people want to help others. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The legal jargon. So, it's not, even if you read the terms, one night I read them, I did ASMR reading them. Literally, you are correct. Yeah. Does Whatnot hide the rules? No, it's right in the app. I think you're not pressing enough buttons. It's actually right in the app, and it's also on the website. Like if you go to whatnot.com, on the left side you have like all the shows, and then on the left side over here, it's right there. And don't Google whatnot terms because you might get AI. It's in the app. So if you're on the app and you go to account and you scroll all the way down, you guys want to see where it's at on the app? Okay, I'll show you where it is on the app. Hold on. I'll turn on I got an iPad right here. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Okay, look. When you go into the app, let me get this. Let you tilt your head. Okay. Can you guys see that all okay? Okay. You can hear me okay, right? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So when you go in the app, it looks like this. If you click on account, this is everything relating to your credit card, your mailing address. You scroll all the way down, right? There's all these different things, your referrals, all that stuff. Look at that. Can you guys see it okay? Okay, it says privacy policy, which is basically like more legal jargon about their policy for privacy and how it's collected and shared. And then terms and conditions. That's the terms. That's a TOS. Okay. So you tap that. It opens a new window in your browser on your phone. FAQ, frequently asked questions. That's kind of like the help.whatnot.com. So I'll go to it and it's going to open up this page. And so this is where I always encourage people when they're not sure if they're allowed to sell something. If you're a buyer, you can click on their seller. But before you do that and you want to know, it's right there, but it's like in a place you're not looking. It's okay. Go up to the top and search prohibited. And if you do prohibited, it's going to show you what's allowed to be sold on here. And if it's not allowed, what the policy is, right? It's very detailed, okay? So let's just go back to the Whatnot app. Now here's the terms and conditions. This is the fun part. This is every attorney's dream. It's literally cut and paste. It's version 2.0. If you want, you can download it to your device. You can have your device read it to you. All of this is like all the legal jargon, but when you get into it, it's basically letting you know that when you sign up for Whatnot, and I'm not going to break it down now because it always takes like an hour. Yeah, you're so welcome. But it's just like, look, this is the app. You're allowed to do this, this, and this. And the biggest thing you can get from it, because Whatnot says this, I know, I figure you like that, is Whatnot always says a line in here that I forget where it's at. It's in here a lot, but it says Whatnot, I think in its discretion, may blah, 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 blah. Meaning, this is the rules, these are the terms. You agree to all of these when you sign up to use the app, period. If you don't, and you violate one of them, Whatnot may, at their decision, their choice, suspend you, penalize you. Like if you have late shipping all the time, your commission can go to 9, 10, 12%. I haven't seen it go that high, but I have seen it like 9 or 10%. So, but when you start reading into it, it talks about international. You're right. You're using this, you have a license to use the app, right? But then there's like local pickup rules. There's things about the new gems. It's a lot of blah. Do you have to know all this stuff? No, but you should read it. You should read it like and kind of basically. There you go. Yeah, print them and keep them in a file case and get and unless you get in a disagreement. Yeah, so I did. I took it and downloaded it. I haven't printed it yet. It's a lot of pages, but it has all the stuff. The only thing that changed, you have to read it and find out. But there's no link to version 1.1. It's only download, which would be that. Um, I had it on my .com. No, I don't. I downloaded it. I downloaded it. So, how are Premier Shop sellers decided? Oh, it's a combination of things, actually. Thank you, Kayfabe. It's a combination of things. So, thank you for your purchase. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. You got to sell a bunch of items. You got to meet some thresholds. You got to sell basically about, if you did it every day show, you have to kind of sell about, I think it's what, $50,000 in like 3 months, which is like 17,000 a month average. But you also have to ship on time. You can't have any cancellations. And then in the 30-day period or whatever, it's evaluated. If you don't meet that, then you're not a Premier Shop. You get some extra perks. Some people say it's not worth it. Some people say it's worth it. I've heard both sides. But it's maintenance. You have to keep those numbers. So say, for example, the second month, they it's like clockwork. Like if you don't meet it, you lose your wings. Then you kind of have to, sell more stuff. Yep. Um, yeah, so it pretty much works like that. Let me turn this off, but we can turn it back on in a minute if we need to. Um, yeah, can you get Premiere and your sinners and saints? Thank you for your purchases. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I don't you have to have a goal for Premiere Shop and you have to plan it out. So if you were to go live every day, you need to have your sales be about $555 every day for 30 days for 3 months to hit that 90,000. So you can figure out if you want to do that or not. It's definitely attainable. There's a ton of people that have reached it. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. They'll ship in the morning, okay? Yeah, I always ship same day or next business day. Um, let's see. I didn't know your commission could change for slow shipping. Yeah, and they used to. I don't know about now, but I have heard from sellers that had that happen. Yeah, they would be behind or whatever. Oh, you know what? You're so welcome, Jess. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I'm on every day now. You know where I'm at. I'm right here at home on the whatnot. It's no, it's 50,000. Yeah, no, I said 50,000 in 90 days is what it is, not 90,000. 90 days. But you could go, I don't know what the link is for it, but you could go to that FAQ and type in Premier Shop. Okay, I see some Premier Shops with say 1,500 followers and others with 1,000. So it's more based on how much yeah, it's all about your sales volume. So here's a good example, okay? Say I do sponsored giveaways and they're $1,000 each. I don't really need to sell that many of them, right? I could get Premier Shop. There were literal people doing this on Whatnot. They were doing hundreds and hundreds of them at, $100 a piece. And they weren't even really selling a product. They were sending stickers. And I think they got in trouble because I don't see them anymore. I don't need any names. I don't care. But the point is, you got to sell a physical product. I'm not Premier. It'll say it on my profile. But I mean, I could say I've always been a Premier Shop with my listings, but I'm not a Premier Shop. Could I get it if I really worked hard? Absolutely. But it is a lot of work. I never was in it for, oh, I need to make 1,000 sales. I actually never even thought about it. um 6 weeks or less. I made it pretty quick. Thank you so much. Dang, I know, but guess what, sinners, you have the replay. You can watch this whole stream again. Good night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And also, it's being multicasted to YouTube. The commission rate is 8% on the item, and then the overall transaction is 2.9% plus 30 cents for the credit card. That goes straight to the credit card company. Yeah, you pay the 30 cents, but it's 8%. So some people say it's like 11%. It also depends how much you're selling and what the price is too. Yeah, because obviously, you can't actually, the people can't do the stickers anymore like that. Yeah, I think Whatnot changed something with it. Yeah, so if somebody comes on, they become a seller, and it's different if they're actually like for example, Natural State of High. She sells stickers. She creates stickers for sellers. You should check her out. She's actually really awesome. She might be lurking. And so that's a real sticker seller. But like someone that just comes on and then they get people to come in and buy 1,000 stickers and they met their 1,000, Whatnot is definitely, that's against the rules to do that now. Yep. Yeah, 1,000 is the first milestone. That's where you get instant payout. So you have to prove your worth basically to get your payout as soon as you print the shipping label. Once you meet that, then you get it. But if you have late shipping and different things, there may be a delay on that. So if you plan on just like being a seller for the long term, the 1,000 goal of, it's not 1,000 sold, it's 1,000 transactions. Giveaways do not count and bundles do not count. So if you have 20 items in a bundle, it's one transaction. It's in the beginning, it's better to run them individually. You could do sticker packs, but they still may flag you for that. They may flag you for that. Blue, you could do that now because you've already met. I'm pretty sure you already met your 1,000. Like, for example, how would you guys feel if somebody came in, right? Yeah, tipping counts against nothing. It's transactions of sold items. Giveaways don't count. And bundles, like if you're selling and do a show and no one's in and you got one buyer and they're like, "Can I buy those salt and pepper shakers?" and you have like 4 of them, you're like, "Sure." So you run all of them as a bundle. It's one transaction. So now you got 999 more to sell. The other 3 with it, they don't count unless you run them individually. Yeah. So in the beginning, I sold like 20,000 items on here, which isn't really a ton, but for me as a me myself and I type of seller, that's a lot of items. But I did so many bundles, but I still made my 1,000 items. I think it was like it was probably about 6 weeks. Yeah, it just depends. So do you understand what I was saying about that? I want to make sure I didn't miss that. But I wouldn't look, if you plan on being here for a while and you want to keep going, I wouldn't focus on the 1,000. I would just sell. I would just keep selling my stuff. And it's faster payouts, immediate payouts based on the goal. Yes. So if you reach the 1,000 and then Whatnot verifies it, then you'll find out by either they send you an email or they will, when you print the shipping label out, you can actually find a balance in your Whatnot account and then you could cash that out. Yep. Hey, Tara, what's up, my friend? How you doing, beautiful? I hope you're good. Andrew, I don't have any Hot Wheels right now. Thank you for asking. You're at 12.4. You've done many bundles. Way to go. Yeah, so like because I did so many bundles in the beginning, hundreds of 4 or 5 items, my total is based on the transaction, not the bundles. Yeah, so it's not the same. I know what the number is because I have an inventory system. It's like 20, I think it's like 18 or 20,000. I have to look at the number because I do track it. Oh, the 1,000 has been brought up. Well, Hamby Bambi, we don't get to do that. Is that like the hold the box? Because you're in Canada too, right? That's like that hold a box thing. We don't get that in California, in the United States yet. We don't get to do that. Yeah, you're very welcome. We don't get that option yet. I know you guys do that box thing. A lot of people don't know about that because they don't go to the international shows, but I always do. Yeah. Um, yeah, the 1,000. A lot of people, when they start out, yeah, they want to get the 1,000 transaction. They want to sell it, right? And the thing is, if you're in for the long run, it's a great goal. It's a great start because then it means you get to get a quick payout, right? And then it can help you buy inventory or whatever and grow your business. So it's pretty good. It takes so long to get paid since USPS takes for. It's just the way it is. They have to. That's why it's so important. Yoski, it's super important to get your packages scanned at the counter. Like extremely important. And when you don't get them scanned, you could be losing a day or two. And even if you scan them in the Whatnot app, that's just internal for Whatnot. It like takes a picture of it. Scan the actual package. Do it every time. Like my seller hub, my account health is 100%, and my defect free rate is 99.5%. I want to keep it 100% and 100. But it's real important to know that. It does take so long though. It's just really making sure that you understand, like, as soon as the item sells, it counts toward your ship time. Okay. It counts towards your ship time. So when you sell an item and you're in the middle of a show, just make sure you ship it within like 2 business days. So if your show ends at 5 p.m. on a Monday, you need to get it out. It would be good by Tuesday afternoon, but Wednesday morning, get it out. That's your second day. It's 48 hours or whatever it is. Yeah, you're. Is there any exceptions to that? Followers, community supports, etc. You know what, Beck? I missed. I think that your question was part of. What was your question part of? I'm sorry. I think I missed part of it. How do you see the internet? I know they kind of don't show up. You have to search in Whatnot for international by the country, I believe. Doing great. Also, they need to learn how to ship as you're trying. Yeah, the biggest part is everybody's so focused on getting their 1,000 sales so they can get that quick payout. But you got to learn to ship right, or it's going to be harder and harder for you to reach that. And we talked about that like in the beginning. Yeah, and any purchase you make in my stream will let you rewatch this whole entire thing, just in case you didn't know. I think I have some positivity stickers in the buy it now, and they might be on a flash sale. Let me see, because some people like to rewatch it in the app because they're on Whatnot all the time. Yeah, here we go. I'll run those on flash sale. I don't know how long I put them on for. My bad. 30. I should have put them the whole time. Al's Nest, what's up? Yeah, there's a way to search it. Let me see where you search it on here again. You can put in the search box like a Canadian flag. I like to watch Whatnot on my computer, so there is an option to search by country as well. I kind of like that. So just so you guys know, if you didn't know this, Whatnot is optimized for the app. That's it. For the phone. Okay. It's really optimized best for like on iPhone specifically, but on Android or iPhone. The tablet and that is kind of secondary, but it's really it's an app, yes, but it really is optimized for a phone. Okay, just if you didn't know that. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, let me see. You sold by pound, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the biggest. Yeah, sometimes if you put the country flag, like a British flag, French flag, a lot of sellers who are international put those flags in their show titles. So it's searchable, but it doesn't always come up. It doesn't always come up. Oh, the instant payouts. No, there's now I don't know if the rules are a little bit different for international. I feel like because international does have some different things. Um, there's no exceptions. You have to sell 1,000 transactions, period. So if I sold, say I had some baseball cards, this is probably the easiest way, and I ran them in auction as singles, and I sold them individually for, I started them at $1, $2, and I sold 1,000 of them in like 3 shows. So now I ship them all out. They're PWE, so there's really no tracking, but they all arrive because Whatnot does like an open close kind of thing. And so then maybe a week later, I'll get an email or I'll have another show and I'll print out my shipping labels and I'll have money in my account. But there's no exception or anything like that that I'm aware of. I wish Whatnot had a feature to allow captions in your language. I know. I have requested some things because as a community host, I have access directly to Whatnot. So and I can talk to them. I have actually requested that because there have been a lot of deaf or visually impaired people who I'm trying to like help network together because like on my show there's no captions because I use OBS, right? Um, the sellers can't do anything about it. So because I use OBS, I could turn on captions. I'm actually working on a new setup. So where this thing is going, I'm going to put captions in there. But the captions for Apple on OBS is kind of funky because I don't use PC. But I'm working on it actually to get it, and I think I'm almost there with it. And it's you know it's not automatically turned on by the sellers. It actually is controlled by the user of the cell phone. So if you guys are on the app and you're watching somebody, the 3 dots where the tip and the boost is, if you click on the 3 dots, it'll show captions, it'll show volume to mute somebody. And then usually if someone's co-hosting, I have the swap feature in there. It just depends. So I'm on Apple because Whatnot is kind of catered more to Apple. Android has a lot of similar features. Sometimes they even have more and a couple better features. Yeah, and it doesn't show up for every seller, but the sellers do not control that. It's based on OS, operating systems on the phones. It's based on what phone model. It's based if they updated Whatnot. There's so many things. I know there's a. Whoa, I wonder what mine has. No, I have my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and there's a lot of sellers that I don't see captions on it, but captions are nice actually. Yeah, I know. I wish I knew, but I have tried to connect some of the communities that are visually impaired and deaf to kind of like see what we can hear from them, what they need. But there's apps, there's things in the phone that does certain features for them. Resale license. What about it? Yeah, I did. I got some things. But I don't really I really like everybody's like tax the things I don't talk about as like sales tax, taxes, all those things because I don't feel like I'm qualified to discuss that because every state has a different rule or law, and it's really good to find a local attorney and get a consultation with them. Yeah, your daughter's deaf. Whatnot needs to consider accessibility. I know they're working on it. That I do know. Any feedback, I know that I can reach out to you and ask you. Yeah, I just met some deaf sellers actually because I was trying to like connect them. I got to figure out a way to like. Does your daughter sell or is she young? No, Whatnot does not have a phone number for people to call. Many companies, she wants to sell. Yeah, I know there's some tools. There's another seller who I just connected with that's deaf, and there's a guy I just met too. Well, it depends. I don't know. Do you have captions on your phone, Beck? And there's also some tools that she can have too. Oh, she has CP, deaf, and visually impaired. Yeah. Welcome in, you guys. We're just having a chat show tonight. Yeah, and I have asked it, and I know that is a huge bonus once they figure that out. It's not like they don't. I mean, I'm speaking on my opinion. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but I do know that it has been requested. But I know that with all these tools, it's not exactly that easy because of the way the streaming and all the different devices. They don't always work. Exactly. Yep. You wear hearing aids, so I'm legally deaf without them. Yeah. So do you, when you guys go to a show, let's do a poll. Because I always like to help where I can and use my knowledge to like meet other people that have knowledge I don't have to give it to whatnot. And they have people that work on this stuff. Okay, just basically simple. Here's a poll. If you'd like to answer it, please do. It's real helpful. I will pass it on to whatnot. If captions are available, have you ever used them? And even if you feel strongly about like you want them, we could do another poll for that. Sometimes I can't hear them, especially if they are blaring music. Yeah, I don't think people realize. We also have people that have epilepsy and they can't handle the flashing. And there's a lot of people that have like those kind of lights like that. And it's terrible for them. Yeah. Because they don't know, they're not aware. And the audio, when people use wireless speakers, and they're talking, people that wear hearing aids, it messes them up. I do know this. Yeah. So it's one of the main reasons why I don't do music. Yeah, I used to, but it would be real low. But I had talked to somebody and they're like, "D, I love you. I can't hear." Yeah, but that's like a thing, a subject that I don't know enough about. And if people have, you know, that's a real good thing to request when you go to like a whatnot sellers chat show and things like that, right? I do a lot of work in large corporations to support them, accessibility or neurodiverse people. That you know what? I'm gonna definitely send you a message. Yeah, that would be really great. You always use when available. Yeah, flashing lights hurt you bad. They do, yeah. What's up, Seattle Warehouse? It's a battlefield here, isn't it? All the time I was chatting sellers, my kids can't hear. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, and of course there's laws and stuff like that. And I know a long time I haven't seen you. I haven't been on really super, super late. Yeah, I've been kind of switching up, but I've been on every day for 677 days, which is crazy. Yeah, I know. They should. I know I haven't seen our alien French. I think she's off right now, huh? Thrill of it all. What's up? What's that picture? What's in your picture there? Is that foodie? You brought it up to one seller about not being able to hear them, and they basically shame me. I won't buy. Oh, cat. I'm so sorry. Yeah, if you can like never. I mean, if you can't ever hear me, please write it in the red chat. I'm not. I'm never gonna shame you on that one. No way. I talk quiet and calm, and I'm a lower pitch. But yeah, Martini, Mia. Yeah, I miss her. She's so cute. She was so much fun. She'll be back, I know. She got zapped to this space. Yeah. You know what? Missing in action. I know. I see her on Instagram, though. Yeah, I see her posting. I think, and I can speak for myself, but I think when people don't deal with any kind of disability or I don't really like to say disability, but you understand what I'm saying, some kind of impairment, and they don't really have an empathy. They don't know how to deal with that, but like shame, and that says more about them. Um, you know. So, yeah, I wish that didn't happen to you, but they lost a long term buyer. And I think people need to bring back a little bit of love and compassion and know that we all go through things, right? But the music is terrible for people that do wear hearing aids, 100%. Also, if you use, like on the phone and you have a Bluetooth speaker and it's connected to your phone, it is definitely. It is very, it's fighting over the little tiny microphone your phone has. So it goes in and out. It's not like a like a secure, audio. Like it's not like my OBS. If I put music in, it would sound great. But with the Bluetooth, it's fighting over the microphone on your phone. So if you notice, if you're listening to somebody speak and then they stop talking and then the music will go louder and it goes in and out, I would tell you about 90% of the sellers that do this don't even realize it sounds like shit. Yeah. Libby's, what's up, neighbor? How you doing? It sounds really bad. And I think people don't realize that. Yeah. Yeah, you had right. You were very naive to the challenges neurodivergent people face before I had your daughter. Yeah, before you had your daughter. The other thing is, there's a lot of people on the app that have ADHD, and they can't come to your show if you play music because they can't listen to you and they can't hear the music at the same time, especially when it's loud. They leave. I've heard this from multiple people on here with ADHD. So you can't make everybody happy, but you can try to make things that help improve their experience. But I think a lot of people don't realize it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No yelling. I mean, if you want me to yell, I can yell, but I really don't. How you been? Yeah, and that's just you're right, Aussie. And the thing is, that's just on them. They haven't evolved. They haven't evolved, and they probably don't really like themselves. And I feel like people that shame, they don't really like themselves. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Yelling is not acceptable. Yeah, you don't know if people have had trauma, and a person who's gone through that, they probably won't go in that stream anyway. You have dyslexia and ADD. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. And it's hard to, but there's a lot of people like even undiagnosed and stuff. Oh yeah, AD, yeah, AU is that what is AU DHD adult, right? Like, yeah, my cousin is too. She was telling me she couldn't do whatnot. It was too much for her. You can't, yeah, Seattle warehouse. You love it. He went to a show today and they turned the music off because there was a problem with the music. It was so nice to feel the peace. Yeah, it almost could be stressful depending on the music. Yes, I've been supporting some people in the Aussie seller space with ADHD, sensory processing, etc. Oh, good to help them set up boundaries. Oh, autistic. Okay, I knew it was one. I just couldn't remember. It's interesting that what they call AU, so and then ADHD. Yeah, you love music. I do too. I used to play a lot of music on here when I started. People loved it. Yeah, you're diagnosed with ADHD when you're 12. Yeah, the music is great, but like again, I like me personally, like I can't handle when I'm talking to somebody and then there's music behind me. I feel like it's distracting. So I like, I can't. Yeah, it is. I thought so. It's a relative, even though the autism spectrum, ADHD is in it. Yeah. So it's interesting that that's what it's called. Yeah, they change things all the time up, right? I worked with sped kids up until I don't know, a year ago. I just stopped doing it. I worked in the school district, so I worked with in the special education department for sometimes nonverbal kids, but like they were the best kids. They were strong um, at 40. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, people don't realize that. I can't drive and talk with people in the car with music playing. Oh, I know, right? Were they talking and you're trying to concentrate? It's funny when we get older, though, right? It's like changed. Yeah, I'm like that. I got to turn right, but someone's talking to me. I'm like, shh. Oh, fluid. Interesting. And you pay that much. Yeah, turn down the volume so I could see. That's it. That's the one. You know what I was talking about. Yeah. So these are just all like a lot of things that, you want to be mindful of in your show. The biggest thing I can ever tell you to be mindful in your show is don't talk about too many problems. Negativity happens so quick and someone can ruin your chat, your vibe. That's why I've always said on here, not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. We all go through stuff, guys. We know it, right? We all go through things, everything. But the thing is, like during my 365, um, I lost my best person in my whole life, and I kept going. And there were nights where I needed to talk about that, but I didn't go in depth. But people would come in and be like, you know, I was trying to think what they say, and you know, it wasn't that I was dismissing them, but um, I was more like, you say thank you. It was my mom; she passed away. Um, and I let it be open, and I said, let's drop it for whatever. In the sense of, listen, um, we all go through these things, and there's some of them are the hardest things, and we don't know if we come back from them, but we have to, right? And so someone like dropped something in, and then another person dropped, and then someone came in. And then we moved past that, like through it. And then someone came in and was like, my dog just died. And it's not like I don't care, but I was trying to lift out of that. And it's really hard to recover from that, right? So you just could, tell them you're thinking about them and be kind, but always try to get out of that because it can, if you're selling, and it could really crash your whole show. You really just have to, you know, like one thing I did when we were talking about that, people had said their mom had died, and I couldn't believe how many people had lost their mothers. And so instead of saying, I'm so sorry for your loss, because that's like what you don't want to hear, I said, what is your mother's name? And then put it in the chat. You know what I mean? And it was just a different, I think people really appreciated that. Um, you share about your mental health issues, but in ways of how you cope. Yeah, you do it positive. CLB, what's going on? Yeah, I just think that you have to be careful because then you end up with like people that just come there because they want to chat about sad things, and it can be heavy, right? Yeah, I'm so sorry, Indiana Jones. You have a dumb whatnot question? Let me hear it. It's probably not dumb. Except no shipping. People are lonely. They just want to be validated. They want to connect. There's a lot of people that just they don't have any family. They found whatnot. They made some really good friends on here, and they feel comfortable. I mean, that's valid. And sometimes it's you can talk about some of the stuff. It's up to you. You get to do what you want in your stream. But I happened to scroll into a stream earlier. I'll just give you a short, and it was so inappropriate. I was shocked. It was really bad. I won't say exactly what they were doing, but it was very negative space, and I did not stay very long. I got way the hell out of there. And then I ended up in like a really cool, good vibe one. I was like, oh, good. Because it can, if you don't know, like, as this is such a great, amazing place to connect with everybody, you can also absorb that energy and it will mess you up. You know what I mean? It will mess you up. So don't let so like it's a good vibe here, right? Everybody's positive. Maybe you're just not saying anything in the background. That's totally cool. Think of how you felt before you came in here and how you feel after you leave here. Apply that always in the streams you go in, because you'll find where you don't want to be. Um, I like when I feel good after, you know what I mean? Yeah. Libby's, I already talked about the giveaways. Nothing has changed. It's just that people don't read the rules. People don't read the rules. They panic. They put it in Chat GPT and make it a panic. So the rules have always been the same. I'll repeat them one time. The rules have always been the same. Go read them so you know them. And it's just like you're listing a product. Don't put giveaway number 1, 2 through 20 and not show a picture of it and or say what it is. You have to label it, fairy lamp, Fenton fairy lamp, picture of it. You can run it. Buyer's giveaway, same rules apply. If you preload it into your show before you go live and you sell one item, you have to give it away. Anybody can win it. Same thing. Title, picture, it's got to match. That's it. It's simple. Yeah. So don't panic. We got a raid. Luna Bloom Teas. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Okay, you love the cat more. I knew you would. When is Whatnot going to start educating sellers? It's your job, not theirs. It's your job, not theirs. It's all sellers' jobs to educate themselves. Just saying it. Danny is the best. They have the data, they have the information, selleracademy.whatnot.com. Go read it. Any other platform is not educating you. They have all the information there, but you gotta educate yourself. Yeah, they have tons of stuff. They have tons of videos. So they're not, any platform will probably be like, here's the information, you have to read it. They're not going to do it for us. I mean, it's just the reality of it. Let me go back because I think I missed some. Luna Bloom, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I was trying to drink some water. That's why when I talk a long time, then I can't. I'll put it in there. Thank you. I wanted to pin you up. It's at selleracademy.whatnot.com. It's with every single app, Aussie, every app. They change the wording. You don't know word for word what's changed. You just kind of go with it. You have to. I'll pin the thing up for you in a minute. I want to go back. What about stickers, Patricia? Hello. For like a giveaway? Sure, you could do it, but I can tell you right now, you need to still take a picture of it and put sticker pack, kitty cat stickers, mouse stickers, whatever. And don't give them options like pick one of the winner gets one of 4, pick one of these. Don't do that. So Libby's, you should be fine. Yeah, it's not changed. No seller fees on the 18th of the month. That is good news. Yeah. It's next Saturday for 24 hours. So where do you put the pics? In the giveaway? You have to upload them when you create it. Just like a regular listing. Nope. Sincerely, you can't do that. Not allowed to do surprise, mystery, any kind of giveaway. Nope. No picking gift. That's against the rules. Not allowed. I've already said it like a couple of times in here. Yeah, you have to show the giveaway, take a picture of it, title what the giveaway is, but you can't do no buyer's giveaway surprise. You can't do like $5 to a $50 gift card. Nope. You have to do exactly what it is. That's not Whatnot's rules. That's literally the lottery sweepstakes rules for each state. You're welcome. You could, for an example, if you wanted to make your own custom sticker, Tina is correct. You could do corn. Um, you could do corn stickers. Yeah, you absolutely could do corn stickers. Yeah, you could. Okay, wait. Yeah, all the app. You guys really need to search the app and learn some things much better to learn by pressing all the buttons. Tara, she knows. She knows. Yeah. I mean, we got to learn. You want to grow your business, you got to learn all the things and do them. Here's the Seller Academy where you can find all this stuff. I highly recommend that you do. I showed it earlier in this, so you know, if I get a raid, I'll play the cat again. What time is it? 1:25. So before I raid up, how do you download your pics to your computer? That is a real tricky question, Kathy. It really depends. Um, are you going to use your phone or are you going to use a camera to take pictures? Let's see if I missed. I think I got all that. Where do you put the pics? Oh, I see. My sis is here. What's up, Beta? Oh my gosh. Can I just take a minute to talk to you? Where's Kelly? Is she up? How are you? Oh, Seattle. Yeah, Danny. Wait, I got to go over here, like on his little head. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. That was very kind and generous. Thank you. He just wanted to see Danny throw the money. Yep. See, I even let Danny on for a minute. I'll tell you. This is OBS, Open Broadcast Software, and it's really cool. But you got to buy some equipment. You got to do some things. You got to have a good computer, not a Chromebook, but you have to have a pretty good computer to be able to do some of the things. I could split screen, add another camera. I actually could add a camera. I have another camera over there. I'm fancy. It's OBS is not for everybody. You don't even need it for whatnot. Okay. You could just use your phone and be fine. It's just once you know the app and you want to like upgrade or up level your game, like a lot of streamers that do cards, they use this kind of setup. Yeah, just get started. You don't need to buy nothing. A scale, you need packing materials, and your phone and a phone stand. That's all you need to get started, really. Yeah, a lot of people spend a bunch of money because they're trying to make it perfect. You don't have to make it perfect. Go live, mess up, make mistakes. Just do your shipping, learn that, get it down. Um, yeah. So Kathy, are you're trying to upload your pictures? You don't really have to like what do you have, an iPhone? It is. People aim for perfection when they need to fail. Yeah, that whole thing of being thinking they have to be perfect. Yeah. Let me unpin that. Yeah, thinking we have to be perfect. We don't. Don't aim for perfection. Just one thing at a time. There's $100 of supplies in my Amazon. Get ready to sell. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we want perfection. Stop. Let's just get the items, list them in the auction tab, sell them. Go live and sell them. Just put the right weight with packaging. You should be good. So, you could actually, you know what you could do, Kathy? You're trying to list to get those pictures in your listings, right? Oh my gosh, Beck, they're funny, huh? Kelly sent me a picture today that made me cry. Did she show it to you? I love it. Where is it? Yeah, so you could go on, like, on I have that YouTube video. It's called Seller Hub Inventory. You could go on the computer and you could list faster that way. And then your pictures, you can just upload them to the listings you create as like either a draft and then just put them from your phone. It might be a little faster than copying it over. I mean, it's completely up to you. I don't like doing it on the phone either. It drives me crazy. But if you've got like 10 or 20 of them, it's not so bad if you just do it on the phone. Um, yeah, just my thoughts though. But if you need to update it from the phone, what phone do you have? Like iPhone, what version? Because sometimes you can just plug your phone into the laptop, and it depends what how new the computer is, and then you can plug it in and you can copy it onto your computer. Scale, hangers, labels, you're ready to go. Is that what you're going to sell, Kathy? Seller supplies? I know. Beck, aren't they crazy? They're so much fun. What are you doing up? Are you up early? Are you going to go live early, Data Flamingo? Screen is so small, still trying to figure out doing a thumbnail. Oh, Android. Okay. Yeah, make a thumbnail. You can on the selleracademy.whatnot.com, there's a template from Whatnot that opens up in Canva, and you could just like drop your graphics in there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So they have all kinds of seller stuff on there. I'll put it again. There we go. Yeah, it's Kelly's turn today. You're up early. Are you guys do your morning show every day or no? I saw a seller make a random pools for small, medium, and large. You have to figure out what works for you. If you're a new seller, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that in the beginning, like your first 5 shows. Nope. Monday through Friday. Okay. Yeah, so I don't recommend the random pools with like basic descriptions until you get a organization system, numbering, labeling, because I feel like people make a lot of mistakes that way when they just start out. Once they get the hang of it, then yeah, they can do that. But you have to label it as you want. Some people do letters. A is 1 through 3 ounces. B, 4 through 7, etc. You didn't do random pulls for 6 months. Yeah, you have to learn the weight and everything, right? Yeah, you really do. And I know some people, maybe they're good at math, they can pick something up and they already know how much it weighs, but you don't want to make the mistake. It will cost you. Yeah, you're ready. Oh, good, good. Yeah, 40 items is really great start. Heck yeah. I when I did my first shows, because look, I treat Whatnot like I treat other platforms. So if I'm actually going to be listing, I'm going to do it all the way. And has it helped me? Yes. All of my listings have keywords which are searchable on Whatnot, and that if someone's looking for it, they're going to find my listing first. Now that more people have come on and started doing that, now maybe they have the same item, but in the beginning, people would find me because of that. So when I wasn't live, I'd sell a bunch of items. I'll take that. It's a win. But it's up to you. But I do treat it like I treat all the platforms. I do. I do. I wrote my own app, but it's broken right now. I need to fix it again. So I can list to any platform I want, including Whatnot. Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but the Whatnot one is part of a pain. But they have like, Vendu, Crosslist. I have some on my website, darchives.com, that are the ones. And I also have some, because they're not me, it's just ones I recommend. And there's also some graphic programs like Canva. I forget the other ones that are on there. And you can go on there, and if you want to download it, you can download it. It doesn't go through me. It's just a link directly to them. Yeah, and they're free. You don't have to pay for them. But if you want to get their services, then you can pay extra for that. And they have special editing and different things like photo room. Does Whatnot send you a message when you yes, they do email you when you sell something, but I wouldn't rely on it. I would make a habit of checking your seller hub or even your app, because it'll show you like, it'll show you like if you need a label or something. See? Look, when you go in the seller hub, so I go in the app, right? Okay, I'm in the app. Let me fix this. Hold on. So I'm in the app, right? I go to the seller hub. There's a little red dot right here on the seller hub. I click on it. So it tells me up at the top what I have to do. Android, I think, has this. It says needs label ready to ship, one item, right? So after my show, obviously I'm going to do this, but if you don't have a show, then you go there, you click on needs label. I highly recommend you don't print the label on the app, because if it needs to go in a bigger box or you got to adjust the weight, you can't edit the shipping weight on this actual app. So it's best to go to the desktop or your computer to edit the weight, okay? But it tells you what to do. I would check there. If you check your emails, you might miss the email, but this is going to be real time. This is going to be in real time, that you can just go here and go, oh, look, I got an order. It needs a label. And then you click on that part and it's going to open up with all the buyer's information. But I highly recommend that you go on the desktop to open it up to print and edit the label. Well, you don't print the label first, you just edit. That's where you find the information. So, but they do send you an email. If you check your email regular, it's going to be in there, but I think this is kind of better. Yeah. Well, you know what? Right. A shirt and a polymer wouldn't weigh a pound, but it could. If it's plus size, it's going to be over a pound. Some of those extra large shirts do weigh a lot, but yeah, you want to definitely adjust that before you generate a shipping label. Thank you for answering that. Yeah, so, last night's Whatnot Sellers Q&A educational was great. I love that the Seller Academy, you can click a setup. Yeah, and it links it. I love it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. So you didn't do random pulls for 6 months. You do all the editing on your phone through the website. What do you mean, Libby's? Hey, Chris. You print labels from the computer, print one. Yeah, print one by one. Don't do them all at the same time, just so you can get used to it. Exactly. You freeballed it. I'm dying. Did you see the Faded Flamingo? So I was in a raid train for Faded Flamingo's sweet mom, our mom. And the shipping's been the toughest. Did Kelly show you the picture she sent me? Yeah. She sent me a great, maybe it was your picture. Oh, you want to see it? I love it, actually, very much. I will say that when I saw it, it made me cry. It was captured really well. Um, Not because me and mom are in it, but I just thought it was really captured. And um, look at that. It's blown out because of the light, but isn't that cool? See mom's reflection in there. I know. I said, "Damn you, Kelly." She was watching. That was cool. I was like, oh, that was so sweet. I absolutely loved it. Isn't that sweet? So of course it made me cry. You want me to? I will. Absolutely. I just thought, oh, how sweet was that? See, she loves me more. Yeah, really. And because your mom and I both like photography is our thing, and so it's like that kind of picture that just puts them together. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I will definitely send that to you. I was like, I need to put that on my IG. And I got my cards. Yeah, I got the cards. They were great. It was touching for sure. Okay, you said your shipping was the toughest for you. I know. I don't know why the eggplant emoji. Maybe because you wrote yes. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah, it just randomly will mute something. I'm not offended by pretty much anything. You may not pull up a separate tab with the Whatnot website. You go in, oh, okay. Yeah, you do all your adjustments. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't do it through the app. You have to do it through the .com. Okay, we're caught up. Yo, Brandy Hill, 2010. Thank you so much for the raid. I think you want a kitty cat. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your show, friend? I hope it was a good one. What were you selling tonight? Hello, autistic mom. Isn't that cute? I need like a song with the cat, huh? I should write a song in my music program. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. It's me, faded pussycat flamingo. Busy? Well, that's good. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Probably YouTube's gonna be like going popping. YouTube, are you guys popping? I didn't even look. I'm scared sometimes. I'm not really. I usually get trolls. Oh yeah, probably get, yeah. There's some of what's up, you guys? Oh boy. Thank you. You did? Where'd you send it? Okay, let me see. Yeah, so we're just shooting the breeze now. I can answer that question. Okay. Where did you send it to me? Did you send it here and whatnot? So here's the thing. Music. Can we get in trouble with the music we play? Okay. So you don't own the right to broadcast it, even if you use Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or whatever service, because they all have their own terms. So you have to read the whatnot terms. So go to the bottom of the whatnot terms and read them. Now you know where they're at and see if that's a right fit for you. Are you going to get in trouble? Maybe not. Can you play them? Maybe. But you really don't have the right to, you don't have the license to play it. So probably be fine if you don't multicast over to YouTube, but you have to figure that out for yourself, right? But if you multicast, like I multicast to YouTube, and if I play music and it gets picked up by YouTube, I can get a copyright strike. Yeah. But I as a seller, like I'm a seller, I don't care what other people do in their stream. It's none of my business really. So, but you know, people have to figure that out for themselves. That's why I say it's always best for you to figure it out. But yeah, but I would just look at it. I mean, could somebody, here's the thing, the terms also say that you take full responsibility and whatnot can't be held liable for you playing music. But if Metallica, okay, because they were, remember that, they were the ones. Metallica, oh my God, I love that. Yeah, you made the sticker, right? Metallica could come after you and sue you, but you can't say, well, Whatnot said I could do it because Whatnot didn't. You didn't read the rules. It's kind of like that. Um, by the way, I want to look back at the captions. Have you used captions on Whatnot if available? 55% of the people said yes. So I'm going to save that and I'm going to end that poll so I can move it off the top. So most people have used it. What is up with the white glass elephant? It says save and notify. Um, Probably is it out of stock or something? Oh, because it's like going to be a flash sale thing. Maybe it's telling you to save the item. So save it. We'll test it right now. Yeah, it's probably asking you to bookmark it if you want to bookmark it so that when I run it on a flash sale, it'll alert you. So if you want to bookmark it, we could test it right now. Then you'll see what it does. But if you have your notifications off, it might not. It depends. I'm absolutely not going to forget that. I had an idea. But I'll definitely check out your show. I know I want to kind of like network death and visually impaired people, like somehow. I just don't know how, but that could be like a good way to point them in your direction. But a lot of them are here though in US, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Okay, I'm gonna start a flash sale on it. Chris, tell me if it made you get notified. You saved it? Okay. Did it notify you? Let me see what's going on over here. Do we have some trolls? They're back. You're back? Yeah, I'd like to figure out a way. It did. So it worked. Now you know what it does. Yeah, so it notified you. Yeah, so then that runs for 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah, in Australia. So you're an ambassador for a deaf education group here in Australia. I love that. And all after having a child, right? So that you got very involved. Yeah, because you said before you were like naive about it. Did you get involved after your child was born? Thank you for your purchase, Chris. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Oh, always forever, mother's love. Hey, Madison's Craft Corner. How are you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Gotta run, my poor dog got. Oh no, your dog got skunked. You bathed him, but he's been outside for a while. I need to check. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Good luck with your pup. Quick hello. Okay, bye. Get out. Should I kick you out now? Anyway, I was thinking about you. You're good. Good. I know I'm not on. I've been going off early, you guys. I was just about to say that. Some tomato sauce. Yeah, life be crazy, huh? But you're good. Good. I'm glad. I know. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't even seen you. I don't think you've been streaming that much, huh? I haven't caught you at all. Oh, neurodiversity. Yeah. Okay. But you've always worked in that. Yeah, I definitely will send you a message. Right. Yeah, you have. I haven't seen any shows or anything of yours. Okay, I had to fix something here. Oh, greetings from Guam. I'm your biggest fan. Uh-oh. Who is this? Oh, Elveya. What's going on? You're 7. I gotta ban you now. Any Pokemon? Poke Noob, I do. I got Pokemon. I got all the vintage ones. Hackfest. Ollie. Hello, Ollie. How you doing? What's going on? I haven't seen you guys in a while. You came over to YouTube? All right, whatnot. I just had to say hi to my YouTube friends. Your YouTube friends. Yeah. Oh, hydrogen peroxide, Dawn liquid, and baking soda? Oh, wow. Sue. Sue, my friend. Hello, good morning. Coffee sounds good right now. Look, Kathy, no question is dumb, really. It's not. That can you put a priority label on a polymailer? Yes, you can. Yep, you sure can. As long as it's a pound. Yeah. Obviously you only get a priority mailing label. As long as it doesn't say flat rate. You can't put a flat rate on a polymailer. It has to go on a flat rate box or a flat rate envelope. They're free. Sue. All the friends. Coffee. Good morning. Faded Flamingo, did you want me to show that picture? I'll show it. It's so freaking funny. Gulp, 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 gulp. Thank you for the tip, Sue. Spanky. You want Spanky? Where's Spanky? I don't know if Spanky's in here right now. I broke Spanky. I broke Spanky. I think I broke him. Let's see. Look, we're going to press a few buttons. Oh my gosh. I should put Faded Flamingo's picture on here. I need to make a gift. Good morning, boobs. Hold on. I'm going to see what I have. I don't know that I don't think I think I took it off because it broke. Oh, I got my YouTube thing. I don't even know what's in here. We got Danny. We'll do Danny, and then I'll see what other one. Yeah, because Spanky link broke. I got Shirley. Yeah, I gotta add them back. Wait, I might have it actually because I have so many of them. I don't know. What's this one? These might be broke. Okay, they're all broke. What? So many. Oh my god. I'm gonna put it in right now. This one's too fast. Sue, thank you for the tip. I wish I had the other one, but Sue, have you seen my new pussycat? Sue, 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 what are you doing, yo? Ooh. Those are custom made effects. Yes, they were. Um, Check this out. I will show you. Cats freak you out? Okay, I'm gonna have to add it in now. Thank you for the tip. It never gets old. Look at this. Look at this. Gene Simmons, if you're watching, close your eyes. Is that fantastic? It's like blown out a little bit, but it's so damn funny. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's Faded Flamingo and her sister Kelly underscore place and their mom, our mom, Ethel May. It's so funny. So they're selling those stickers and they're buying now. I think maybe they'll just be in her show for auction. I don't really know. Mom. Yeah, so good. Oh, let me send her the picture I said I would send. Yeah, so cute. Thank you. Yeah, the OBS is fun. Like you can add all these things in, but it's not for everyone. You're not required to have it. It's just when you like so right now if I was selling like cards or something, that's the whole idea behind it. Like obviously I just have my light up here so the lighting's good on me, but my product would be too dark. My product would be too dark down here. Like I'm going to put my iPad away now cuz I think I'm done with that. And if I turned it on, now I have a split screen. And then I would have to turn on different lighting so light it brightened me up, but it really is I need to have it brighten the product up, right? So I have like one light here, and then I can have like cards. But you obviously I want to have them way up here. You just have to change your angles, or I lower my camera. You can see the camera right here actually. So then I can lower it, right? I can get it really in on the product. Damn girl, what's up? How you doing, Mandy? Yes. What do you mean? Am I still on? I actually was going to do a jewelry show today, but I wasn't feeling 100%. So I know I miss your face. I haven't seen you. So then I could do a stream where I do cards, and then I go, okay, you got lot number one, right? That's what's nice about this. But a lot of card streamers they'll do a pack. I don't know why this is here. They'll do a pack, and then they'll like put the cards, Pokemon or whatever it may be, or jewelry or different things. And then they could show it. Like when I do Bitty Pops, the Funko ones, I put them in here. And you just got to watch out because, you don't want all these heavy shadows and stuff like that. But I can go in OBS and then I can click on my field and I can make it bigger, right? I can make it really bigger. It is kind of a little distorted, isn't it? And then if I get another light, like I have another light over here that I can just turn on. I actually don't know if that light's charged up. Yeah, then I can put that light over here and turn it. Right. I can change it any way I want, but it's usually you want to have your lights coming down like that. It's actually brighter without that. I'm going to turn that off now, but you kind of get the idea why OBS is so much cool. Little things you could do. It's not for everyone. It's for overachievers. People want to show off. I just joke. I mean, it's just for people that want to up level it. I hope you've been good, my friend. You've been running like Forrest Gump. Good. Getting all the things done. Juggle, juggle, right? Yeah, I don't want that light on. It's too bright. This one's plenty. Oh yeah, because it's what, 9 o'clock? It's like, yeah. How many hours are you back from California? 14, right? Australia to California, is it 14 hours? Because yeah, because I know there used to be another seller. I don't know that they were a seller, and they were in Australia too. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, they're like, "It's dinner time. We're just listening. It's real chill." Yeah, you have to make the kids dinner. Thank you so much. That's super nice. Yeah, definitely make some good dinner. But yeah, couldn't remember the thing. Um, it's yeah, math. Never a dumb question. Your show is 8 p.m. When I shared on my social, I just have to mention social time, right? Because yeah. So on your post, like social media, because you can copy your link and then paste it into. If you don't know how to do that, you can use one of the link stickers. And I would put on there. Actually, if I share it to social media, let me just see if I share my whatnot show real quick. I'm not going to show it because I'm going to put out a video for it. But if I jump in here, I want to just see what it says. If I if I share to Instagram stories or just Instagram, and then I'm gonna just go to share to Instagram stories. It just shows that I'm live. Yeah, you can put on there the time, and then I would put the abbreviation for what zone you're in for sure. Okay, wait. I have to just mention Central Time, right? Because I was waiting for your show at 11:23. Oh, right, because I'm 2 hours behind you. Yeah. What up, Olga? How are you, friend? 2 minute noodles, piece of cake. Yeah. Yeah, you can put that. I would post then a couple hours before you go live. That way they know and they have time. Because if I say I'm going on at 11:23 p.m. and then you go to bookmark my show, what's going to happen is that time zone that I announce on your Whatnot page when you go on, Whatnot knows where you're at. They know what zone you're in. So if it's 11:23, it's 1:23 in the morning for you because you're plus 2 hours. So it's gonna show my show on when you're looking on your central time zone. It will adjust. You don't have to worry about changing or anything like that. How you been, Olga? I hope you've been good. Hey, everybody! Thanks for coming in to hang out tonight. Yeah, do it. Indiana Jonesing. Do it. Do that. Yep. It's good thing. Is your name the same? I think I follow you already on IG. Yeah, if you guys want to, why don't you guys go ahead and like try to network right now? Drop your IG. So whatever your IG handle is, put it in the chat right now and follow each other. I'll do it right now. So mine is my main one is D underscore archivist everywhere. But YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I don't really do that much TikTok. I actually don't post that much, but I'm working on it. I'm working on getting better with it. I post every day on YouTube. And then I have darchivist.com, which at the bottom is all my links for like social media. And then there's a ton of good resources that I have on there. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope he gets better, Olga. You're on TikTok. I can't even talk. Oh, I think I might follow you already on there, Sue. Okay, I'm gonna put them in here. Actually, I'm gonna screenshot them. Yours is the same. Yeah, if you guys follow me, I will absolutely follow you all back. Yeah, it's not the same. This stuff drives me bonkers because if I change my name, I'll lose my followers. No, you won't. No, you won't. You can change your name. Actually, when I first, because as a seller, I sell everywhere. So I had to make sure I picked a name that wasn't like so common. And so I made sure it was available. And so D underscore archivist wasn't my original name, actually. It was D archivist, one word. But every time I went to a stream and I would buy sports cards and I won, besides being called dude and bro, congrats. And it's like my picture of my face. But it's fine. So guys would say, way to go, Dirkavist. Dirkavist, congrats, bro, you got it. So I thought, I think I need to fix it and put an underscore in there. As much as I hate underscores, I did. And it was the best thing because it's like, people say your name. And people usually say D archivist, which isn't how I say it, but you could say archivist or archivist. It's really archivist. If you're British, then please say archivist. Yeah, but I would definitely search and I would get a name that is, the one name is really easy if you could find one, but there's getting more and more people. The other day I was looking for a friend on here and someone came into my stream and their name was super similar to hers. And I was like, oh my gosh, but they had an underscore in between. It was the same name with an underscore. And I was like, so don't want it to be so common. Like I would stay away from vintage. Uh, you know, there's so many people that use vintage, but it doesn't mean you have to stay away from it. It's just my opinion. Um, Yours is the same velvet vault jewelry. It's like velvet. I love that. I don't really use the velvet vault jewelry Insta. I have enough difficulty keeping up with Facebook and YouTube. You got to pick one or two. Stay on those. You know that the Instagram, if you post to Facebook, you can share it to post to Instagram for you, the same exact post. I know you know that already. What's up, CPU? Your daughter got a pixie cut. She insisted, and her uniform to come out blue, and everyone would say, "Oh yeah," she would get so mad. I don't blame her. I know. My friend's son is dealing with that. He has really long, beautiful hair, but it's kind of funny because he looks just like his mom. It's like a miniature version, and so yeah, he's a good-looking kid. I mean, but regardless, leave the kid alone. Oh, she's so pretty. She has beautiful hair. Like, just leave the kid alone. Why does it matter? You know? Yeah, damn adults. Yeah, so maybe figure out Indiana Jonesing for Treasures. See if that name, whatever, if you're going to keep this name, see if it's available there. But if you change your whatnot name, right? And if you change it, you can still copy this one and put it in the instead of your government name. You can take that out, and then you could break it up somehow. Yeah, but it's nice to have the same name. Because like if somebody went to Google and put D underscore archivist, there'd be a bunch of information. There'd be a bunch of like links and things for sure. Let's see. I think I might already follow you, Chris. Yeah, we're friends already over there. Yeah, I like TikTok. I'm not on there a ton, but I need to get better at it. Um, so Beth is on there. Yeah, Olga, I'm thinking about you and sending all the good thoughts, my friend. And I'm glad he's recovering. Okay, I found Bev. I wanted to copy and follow you guys. Oh, you got the cute stuff. What is that? Oh, that is cute. It's like Disney pins. Okay, let's see. And Sue, I know I already follow you, but I'll look on TikTok. No, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do follow you actually. Yeah. Yeah, you've been making some good rules. What are you talking about, CPU? You walk in and first thing I think is what's wrong with the underscore blank question mark. What does that mean? Yeah, it can be the huge issues. I used to get bullied with Indiana Jones as a kid, but I love it now. I bet. Yeah. My name is Dorothy actually. And my whole I don't even want to say this because I'm on YouTube. But little boys who are like little assholes, um, they would say, "Where's Toto? Where's Toto?" You know how many times I heard that? And I would be a little smart ass, and you know what I would say? I don't know. Why don't you ask? Why don't you go look in the mirror? Oh, we talked about it a couple times. I'm probably not going to repeat it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting as a reseller, but working on my own brand slash business concept. So eventually we'll move into a new name. You'll figure it out. Absolutely. But like, you know how your name is Beck Halal? You can take that and copy it and put it in your profile. So have your brand as the main name and then put that in there. So people search you, put the at, and it should be like put it on your profile formally and then leave it on there for a little bit. But you never lose your followers or anything like that. Yeah, you never do. You figure it out. Welcome in, friends. Yeah, so stupid when you're a kid, everything is offensive. I mean, I think people, the kids are, I think, I don't know, I feel like the kids don't bully and make fun of other kids as bad as when we were kids. And I'm 52. I think they're learning, they're a little better. Um, right, but there's some things that kids are just awful with. So, um, you think so? They're just as bad, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they are worse because they have a tool. They have a tool called a cell phone, and they'll record you and pop your ass on TikTok. So maybe I'm bad. That was your reply. You're loud. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I guess I should go backwards. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it is worse because social media. Yeah, I think you're right. We didn't have that. We didn't have proof of any of our dumb shit. Yeah, you can't really even compare it to. It's like comparing apples to oranges. I feel like now that I think about it, yeah. And now you're compared to the entire world. Exactly. Yeah, your kids got bullied in high school. That sucks. Oh, from having bad acne and getting bullied. Yeah, my son was getting bullied. And I'm like, who bullied you? You know, because there was like a group that was kind of not being good. And I said, I taught him how to defend. I don't want him to hit anybody because then there's 5 kids on one kid and they're gonna all lie and say oh no he hit us first. But I pretty much told my kid just go for a throat punch. It'll stop them real quick. um, I told him right in a meeting actually in one of the IEPs, and then the lady's like, "No, no, no," and I said, "No, I actually that's called self defense." But again, when 5 kids are on one kid, they lie, they team up and bully. Yeah, I just feel like I completely didn't think about social media. Yes, right, Sue. Yeah, I'm hoping like, they're young and I'm hoping that they get better. Like, he doesn't have any issues. Fat shamed on TikTok. I'm sorry. Yeah, heck yeah, Mama Bear come out. That's right. Yeah, it's just being able to defend yourself, but definitely not hurting anybody back because it doesn't make two wrongs don't make a right. I'm a big believer in that. Yeah, your son's on the spectrum. Yeah, you got bullied. Oh, I got bullied too when I was young, but um, I got bullied by some guys. I won't say all that, but just put it this way: I'm a tomboy. I was a tomboy then, and I went straight for violence. And I just stood my ground. I spoke up. Yep, I spoke up, and I didn't. I only had an issue with like 2 or 3 guys, but they were just stupid. And of course, I heard like, "Oh, they're just being boys." I don't want to hear that. Yeah, and I'm just being a girl defending myself. I shouldn't have to, but but that was many many years ago, and it's kind of funny. Like I've seen those guys at like many reunions and stuff, and they were just like, "Hey, how you been?" I'm like, "How I been? What do you care for? You were like the big bully." I had one apologize to me and my friends. That was kind of a surprise. Yeah, it was really interesting, but Yeah, and some kids are quiet. They take the bullying. They don't want to make it, stand up because they don't understand yet. Don't mess with my sister. She fights like a man. Oh, that's funny. You have 5 kids. I think there's a correlation with insomnia and autism. You think so? Could be. Could be. How I got insomnia, me, is I like nighttime. I just like nighttime. And I would actually, when my kids were little, because I had my own business doing photography and video editing and different things, that at night I like to get my work done. That's my peaceful time. So, and then this is my time. And so I don't know, even when I was young, like I was a nighttime person, but I really couldn't sleep that much. And I've been tested, no autism, no ADHD, none of that. And I just think, no, I've had it for years. Yeah. But when I sleep, I mean, I'll take a nap and stuff. Um, but I passed all the tests. So I was like, okay. But my doctor's like, you just probably could be one of those people that like you can't sleep, but you like I value the time at night. Are you kidding me? It was the best ever. Because having kids and having to do all the things, it's no complaint, but you got to have some me time, and the only time I could fit it in is at night, so I could relax, listen to music, and also the other thing I do is genealogy. So I'd be up late treasure hunting for documents, and before you know it, hours and hours and hours go by. It's nighttime, right? Yeah. I always had one eye open at night to be sure my son wasn't trying to climb out of his bedroom window to go play basketball. Yeah. I no, I medically had it checked. Yeah, your brain feels safe at night. Yep. You have 4 girls and a boy, and my son is extremely protective. I love that. I'm one of 5. I'm the youngest. I have 3 brothers and a sister, so 2 girls, 3 boys. Um, my my yeah, my time is nighttime. Are you? No, Brazil's kind of like it's like Argentina. They're very controlling of like their information. Brazil is really kind of hard, actually. But there's some really good Facebook groups for genealogy because I thought about doing like chats about it because I've told countless stories about family histories and things because I love that, and I feel like it's too much private information to do in a whatnot stream. I know there's another seller, she's real sweet, she does it, but I don't think that would be allowed in my opinion. I don't think so. They could sell searches because it's kind of like I don't know. It's that gray area. Yeah. He used to do that. That's funny, Sue. No, we the kids ruin the sleep, that's for sure. Yeah. Brazil is really hard. Yeah. I had a hard time with Argentina. You're trying to find your family history in Brazil. My mom and dad are from there. Have you ever thought about doing your DNA? You should maybe do it. You might, I mean, how it is, and if you know enough that maybe not a lot of people from that region tested, so you might not find, first or second cousins. But if you can, definitely. I've done ancestry. I feel like both are okay. Um, yeah, but are your parents living, if you don't mind me asking you? Because if they're living, I'd get their DNA done in a minute. Your mom is. Because what it'll do is if you get her DNA and yours, and because I got my mom's, is what it'll do. Your dad did. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my dad passed away too before there was any like DNA stuff. But now they have it. If somebody licked an envelope, you could send it in, but it costs a lot of money. Um, if your mom gets her DNA, right, like on Ancestry, it'll split it up. So it'll show like, from her side. And then if you put yours in Any of the other ones that don't match your mom are probably from like your dad's side. And it can help you because DNA is very accurate. Yep, it's very accurate. You have some of his hair. You got to have the root. Yeah, but it's expensive to get that kind of DNA testing because they don't do well. They do the genealogy ones, but it's thousands of dollars, like thousands. Yeah, my dad passed away, and it was 30. It was just 31 years, and so I don't think the envelope will work. I think it's about $2,000 because I looked into it because the fathers carry they carry to open up like more going through that side of the family, the patriarchy side. Yeah, not patriarchy, but the paternal and maternal sides. Yeah, you got to have the root of the hair though. You find it crazy how people have in their shops, buy my son's soccer lessons for the season. That's against the rules. That not allowed. People do it. Here's why this stuff doesn't stop. So when Whatnot started, they didn't have giveaways, they didn't have tips, they didn't have raids, they just had selling auctions. And then as they've evolved and they've gotten feedback, they added features. So when I started, there was none of that stuff, right? It was auctions. We could not run a giveaway and an auction at the same time. And so we could get tips. So there were people that would put in there, buy me a burrito, buy my dog a treat, right? Because that was like, because the rule of Whatnot is you have to sell a physical product. So it could be stickers, earrings, necklaces, things, right? Glass, decor, whatever it may be, socks. And so people started putting in there, buy my family dinner. It has to be tangible items. You can't, so people were doing this, and then Whatnot came out with tips. Tips were after giveaways, long after. And the rule was, and Kenny from Whatnot said, yeah, and they even wrote it in the rules, like when they did the Whatnot solo chats. Okay, you guys, we're giving you tips, so you can't do this, buy me a coffee, buy me a whatever. So some people were still doing it, and they get warned by Whatnot. But the problem is when a seller, say a volume seller, right? Because people like to call them big sellers, but we're all the same. They put it in their Buy It Now, and then they do a seller support show. And so they sell 20 or 30 of them at $8 a pop. And then they're teaching that this is okay. The problem is they get little copycats, and they flock to that, and then they copy everything, which is a violation. It can get them in trouble. And so they do the same thing, and it just repeats itself. So it's really never ending, but it will. Whatnot's cracking down on that right now, big time. Yep. So they're setting the wrong example. So if you see a listing like that, you'll know that they're in violation of the Whatnot terms. Is it enforced? Sometimes it is enforced. It's just a matter of time. Yep. I don't think I ever put buy me anything in mine. You thought about doing a community show? Oh, yeah. Wait, did you just post that, or did that refresh? Sometimes it does weird posts. It cuts it off and refreshes it. So you thought about doing a community show for neurodiverse education support, how to create change. That's a great idea. I mean, and then have items in your Buy It Now or auction tab. Sell items while you're doing it, because you're going to be putting a lot of time in, and you definitely want to have something that brings in income. Yeah. I know there's a person on here that's really great. They're a therapist, I believe, and they have there's this mental_health_matters. They're very nice, and they sell like little keychains and different mental health positivity items, and they do great chat shows on here. I don't know when she goes on, like once a week, twice a week. She has a great and friendly chat show. And I don't know what else she sells. I only see her doing chats, but it's hard to get everybody, see everybody's show. It's really hard to see everybody's show. Oh no, it's totally cool. You're in whatnot jail for yourself. Yep, it's all right. Oh, no worries. I'm probably gonna raid out because it's 2:10, and I don't want to have to take a 3 hour nap today. I did take one last night or today. Wait, I took one today because I stayed up late. Well, it's 2 o'clock. So let me just peek, see if the people I looked at earlier are still on. I appreciate you guys are super welcome. Thank you. Tonight I really was wanting to do that jewelry show, but I ended up not because I started going through my jewelry and I'm like, I have some pretty decent pieces in there. So I wanted to photograph like all the watches and put them and preload the shows. So I will definitely be doing that probably next Wednesday. I took a bunch of pictures today. I had a bunch of watches. So I was like, yeah, I probably should. All right. I already know who we're going. Appreciate you. Hey, I know for real, Mandy. That was my goal. And also, I didn't really feel that good today, believe it or not. Yeah, I didn't feel really that great. I had like a little mild headache. So I got all my stuff done. Yeah. Let's see. Let me just get the raid ready. I already know where we're going. I see one of my favorites is on. You thought I'd be gone? It's 4:20. It's not 4:20 for me, girl. Yo, hey, yo. I don't. My camera's auto. It's just a webcam. Yeah, I don't do manual on this. Oh, it depends. It depends what lens I use and everything like that. Like I'm just switching it down. Yeah, I only do manual mode. Yeah. But like for for when I take it depends. Sometimes I have a setup where it's like a white background and then sometimes I do all black. It's just like a whole like it's not like a tabletop. It's like a whole thing. You're in the light box. I don't shoot in the light box. I don't really care for that for it. I bet you have that custom one, right? It's weird. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the lights too when you do shoot in the light box, do you have a ceiling fan or like any ceiling lights? Turn them all off because your light box has light inside, right? Yeah, because like in here, see how my lighting's okay? I have a light right up here. I have little accent lights behind me in that. Oh, bug setup's the best. Yeah. And so, but I have can lighting, recess lighting. It's literally off. Yeah, it's off. Turn that off. And then it then you can have more control with how the lighting is. Yeah. Cuz like ideally what lens do you use? What is your Canon Rebel? I want to see if I have that. You could for what you're doing like unless it's like to be honest, like unless you're doing like macro for like real small stuff to get detail, um, the basic lenses aren't going to be as sharp, but you're trying to get perfection. You probably could get a better picture with your phone. Seriously. Oh, you're super welcome. Thank you, you guys. I saw your comments. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna raid our wonderful sweet friend. I like to go over there. She has lots of toys. She is such a nice seller, and let's see what her reviews. I didn't even look. Yeah, she's just always nice. Yeah, so you just want to have the good light. Yeah, the oh yeah, the 18 to 55. It's the very basic. You're super welcome. Yeah, I wouldn't focus so much on what f-stop because if you don't know how to use like manual mode, I appreciate you. If you don't know how to use manual mode, I mean, you can always turn down, lower number. But with a lens that's like intro like that, like 3.5, it's not going to be exactly sharp. But if you put autofocus on everything, it might just do the work for you until you can turn manual on and start doing it for yourself. And then you got to figure out where it focuses, right? If it's focused wide or just in the center. Yep. Maybe your lens needs an upgrade, maybe not. I know it's like a foreign language. Everybody's like, "What?" Actually, today I pulled out my camera bag, my Nikon one, and I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot about this lens," because I packed my Sony bag for Austin, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot I had this 85 millimeter. I really like that one." And then I like the older lenses, the real heavy ones, and it's like a 35 to 70 millimeter, and it's f2.8 because that's like pretty good. 1.8 is better. Yeah, I just like the old ones, and they work on the new bodies. Um, but I'm trying to attach it to my Nikon, to my Sony camera. That's what I do. I attach like all the, but I lost my batteries. I don't know where I put them. I'm gonna just buy some new ones. I found one. I can't find the other one. Yeah, I have one, and then I have my dummy one. But they're just lighter. But then the lens is like super long. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't. Your daughter went to her first rave and asked if we have any digital cameras. Oh yeah, they're into the Y2K pre. Isn't that funny? Yeah, because they like that. You're very welcome. Yeah, don't stress on it. Use what you do. Do what you can with what you already have, and the lens is fine. But you'll see. Get the camera, that Rebel. The Rebels are great, and it's just about the lighting. Stop. Perfection is bullshit. Perfection isn't even real. Nobody's perfect. No one. No one is. I know. We all try to aim for perfection and we're procrastinating. Perfection equals procrastination. It does. Perfection equals procrastination. I just made that up. Yeah, it's true, huh? I was talking about that last night. I was like, so many people like we're trying to be perfect. Like, oh, I got to have my lighting this way, and I need to spin this and that. And then the thing is, you really don't need to. Hey, why so big lady? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, and I think a lot of people relate to that. Oh, I know. It's so fascinating. I love Whatnot. It's been such a positive, positive experience for me. Yep. Yes, Chris. Wait, what? Show up as you. Yeah. I mean, obviously your background, like my background's kind of busy to me. It's distracting. People are zooming in. They want to see all my doll heads, you know? And I know, just pay attention to like streams you go in. Look at them. Some people have it like a beautiful background with nothing there. Probably because they're in a warehouse or they're in one room and they only sell like clothing. They don't sell collectibles like we sell. Like it's totally different, right? Always be selling ABS. Yep. Um, and you could even make it look like you're in a different space. We'll have to talk about that on another one because you know me, I love talking to you guys, but I appreciate you being here. We're gonna rate a friend. She sells toys. She's an awesome seller. She's just sold over 1,000, 1 day ship time, and she has 5.0 review. She's incredibly a great seller, and she's so fun. And she takes requests. Um, she takes requests. She has awesome stuff, and she's from she sometimes has some coffee. Yep, she sometimes has coffee. Moderating, observing, buying in international space for years. You're loving. Beck, when did you start? When did you start? Whatnot? Because you've been around for a while. I know. I feel like a while, yeah. And the Australia, man, we didn't even have anybody able to sell till what last year, a year and a half ago, maybe. I know, wise old big lady. I got so many shared shows. She had a doll that whispered. Did somebody buy that? Mr. Mayor, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say at least four, right? Yeah. Because there was a few Australian people that used to come to my show. One was Kiwi Mainlander. I haven't seen them in a long time. And they would always be having dinner when I was selling. And then there was another seller. I forgot their name. Oh, man. It was weird. Shit. About 18 months. Yeah, I was thinking it was about a year and a half. I remember when only people from Canada could sell on Whatnot. And now it's in, gosh, I don't know how many countries now. Let's see. We'll look and then we'll rate her. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if how I find it because they always change everything. I guess browse. I don't think they have an international category. That's what they need. Browse by category should be international. I'm gonna have to ask. International sellers. It's about to launch in Japan, which is cool. It is? How do you know that? I've been asking for so long because I knew a few people that moved there that used to be sellers here. Bizarre Alpha, what's up? I know that um it is gonna launch in a lot of places. I'm good, thank you. How are you? We're gonna rate in a minute here. I'd love to know about it. Yeah. I guess it's not gonna show me. I want it. There's a. Oh, I know how to do it. All right, you guys make sure you follow each other. Why don't you guys share your shows right now? So when you go search something on whatnot.com on the desktop, so I just searched glass decor, and if I go by, I think it's shows. Yeah, if I search by shows, I can scroll down and it says shipped from United States, United Kingdom, Canada, France, and Australia. So you can search by the country. The interesting thing is, I swear there's more countries than that. Let's see if it pulls them up. Yeah, users, shows. You always search shows and then shipped from. And then Australia, France, Canada, United Kingdom, United States. That's where we can now. And there's Germany, so that's why I'm like, I think they fall under I don't know why they're not there. Maybe it's because that search there's nobody selling in that category. So that's why Germany didn't come up. I haven't seen German sellers in a while, actually. Like when I do those searches. Let's see. I'm going to do ship from. There it is. Okay. United States, United Kingdom. I put toys. Toys is pretty universal. United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Austria, and Belgium. So Austria and Belgium were the two new ones. So if Whatnot said Japan is coming, that is great. I have a friend that is a seller on Whatnot that moved to Japan. So hopefully she can do that. That'd be great. Okay, you guys, this is the real deal. It is time for bed. Good night, Chris. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I hope that we all could help each other out. Thank you. Thank you. For real, we're going to go. It's sweet dreams to all. YouTube, I will see you guys later. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the purchases and tips. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys on the next one. When we go over to visit our friend Jackie West, everybody could drop eyeballs or any color heart. She's a lot of fun. She's running, and if you're looking to shop, she has some cute toys and all kinds of things, and she takes requests. So I'll see you guys later on the Whatnot streets. Good night.